Welcome to the final part of Rome Total War Carthage Campaign Epilogue episode, because that's what it is. It's the epilogue. We are about to finish it all now, my friends. Victory is about to occur. We have taken Sidon, though Sidon is resisting our occupation, so we must work to consolidate our rule over the area. But we are doing good. We are doing excellent. We are going to do it. We have executed Dido's revenge and retaken the homelands of Phoenicia. However, there is now a greater challenge before we can call this a day. It is one thing to take our goal territory. It is another thing to hold it. We must consolidate our rulership over the Phoenicia region and prepare for any incoming Egyptian counterattacks or any potential hostile actions from the citizenry. We are currently boosting up the defences and trying to do what we can to restore public order and make sure the garrison is up to scratch. But I do feel I may need to ship in additional reinforcements or maybe potentially work towards capturing Antioch and Tarsus in order to solidify our control. Which should be possible, however that would involve going through the mountain passes near Ancyra and whatever this town's called, so things could be a little tricky for us, but I do think I could dispatch Halicarnassus' garrison to do that. However, it would take time for the garrison of Halicarnassus to get anywhere. Sending them by boat would be quicker. So I'm going to have this admiral here, Admiral Philosia, turn around and he's going to dock up and he's going to pick up Halicarnassus' garrison and do just that. And we are going to make a blockade here at Tarsus in order to continue suppressing Egyptian trade. If we could try and take control of Antioch or Tarsus, then that gives us additional access to a rapid response force should things go wrong for us. So we're going to empty the garrison of Halicarnassus, which is a bit risky, I know, but we are going to try and get them on board with a navy who can't go any further, so this is going to take time, but you know what I mean. So you lot, get moving. Halicarnassus' public order has dipped quite badly, though, so we're going to switch to a growth build policy, which seems to have already recovered us, and the construction of a temple should hold us steady. We'll retrain the ships while we're here, and we'll also just authorise a little bit of peasant recruitment as well, just to keep the people sweet. That should keep Halicarnassus in my control for a little longer, because if we can try and take control of Antioch and Tarsus, then that would basically solidify our control of the area. I mean, you know, holding all of this would be it. Coelis area would also be a nice place to hold through Damascus, but that's pushing it. Taking Jerusalem would also open up a frontier at Alexandria. That may not be in my best interests right now, for we are still in a bit of a stalemate in Libya. The Egyptians are beginning to push forward and send additional forces into my territory, and Agaricus can't respond to his little incursion in time. Cyrene, what are we up to right now? Are we retraining? Yes, we are. We can retrain everything except Sacred Band Carracks. We have yet to build the adequate stable provisions for it, but we should be fine. And Lepsis Magna, we are in a process of doing a mass retraining, but I am noticing that the are we able to retrain the elephants? No, we're not. Right, that's annoying. Do we not have elephants in this territory? I mean, we've got a lot of wolves. Yeah, looks like there's a bit of a elephant shortage going on. Maybe I need to distribute these troops up to Lepsis. That'd be annoying. Right, Amilcus is already heading up for Thapsus, and I've got 2 more armies moving down south, so we should be alright for getting troops into Libya at least. So let's just quickly make sure everyone knows where we're going before we end this turn. There isn't really any fighting to do, so we're going to just quickly cycle around and then prepare really to end one of our last turns. For once, because the time limit, by the way, is until Capua falls, which is 3 turns away. So once Capua falls and is under my control, we shall call it a day, unless something weird and bizarre happens to force us to stay around a little longer, for I would not like to leave niggling issues untied. For the purpose of today is to tie all these ends up once and for all. So Kydonia is doing just fine for now. It's just currently building itself. Rhodes potentially could start working on a few troop reinforcements for us, just in case worse comes to worse, but apart from that we are pretty much fine. I am aware as well that money is not doing too well for us. We are a little low on money today, but you know, it's because we did basically spend a little bit of it on some bribery, so yeah, but we need to be getting a little bit wary of our bottom dollar. Right now our profits are not going to be very high. We are actually only 9,000 in the black, so spending should not accelerate too far. So by the way, Admiral Chermes, can we deal with Admiral Pausanias? He's annoying me. Here we go. Excellent use. Which means Sardis, you were working on a boat, weren't you? So we can probably stop you from doing that because we don't need it anymore, right? Sardis, cease your naval recruitment and just return to doing, well, you're doing fine actually, so we'll keep satisfied for now. We might be able to bump the taxes up a little bit as well, just to potentially bring in a little bit of extra cash for us, just to keep our coffers afloat, because we are running on some very big expenses at this point in time now. Pergamon, by the way, you are going to work on more Poenis for me. And Nicomedia is going to... Oh, by the way, you, Chermies, you had an army to land, didn't you? Can we get that army landed as well, please? Oh, you're going to do it next turn. Of course you are, you lazy bastard. Oh, I can get them all off, maybe? Maybe not? Nah. Alright, we're going to land our troops next turn. That was me being stupid and forgetful there. Right, Nicomedia. We can work on... Well, nothing to do, really. So Nicomedia can hold its position for now. I do notice that the Britannians have entered my territory, by the way. Captain Amborix is slugging around in my lands. I've usually been quite lenient with Britannian incursions, but that's a little concerning now that they're allied with the Egyptians. I don't want to preemptively strike from there because that's being a dickhead. Well, it's not being a dickhead, but that forces my hand a lot. Recruit some additional slingers in Bylazor for just in case and deploy my spy north. Find out what they're up to. But it looks like some of their towns have very weak garrisons, which should play into my favour. Looks like there's nothing going on over here, but I should definitely buff up the strength of my Britannian border towns just to make sure they don't make a move that's going to get in my way. Thessalonica, by the way. Why is public order always so low in this town? What kind of temple are we running in this town, actually? Oh, yeah, we maxed out Tanit, right. Got a lot of Roman and buildings that aren't really necessarily my culture as well. Maybe if we eliminate a couple of those, it might lessen the culture difference, because there is a culture penalty. So maybe if we try and unmix these, like maybe if we get rid of this is probably going to work so badly for me. Yeah, still hanging around. I think I just kind of dicked myself there. Right. Work on additional Poenis, please. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to route additional garrison into Thessalonica. The town's getting a little bit too rebellious for my liking. So, Captain Biphes, you're not going to Larissa now. You're being redirected to Thessalonica in order to act as garrison. He has brought in a minor bonus. We'll just retrain what we can as well. Right. It's going to be close in Thessalonica. We may need to institute some form of punishment, or, well, there isn't really much we can do. We'll do what we can in Thessalonica. Thermon, we'll be ready to move on next turn, but to be honest, we're sending some right trash units, aren't we? What are we fighting, by the way? It's all missile units. Peltas, heavy peltas, and militia cavalry. When I think back to lessons that I've learned at Tara, I think we'll need to send something a little heavier. I'll send some additional slings and Poenis from Larissa next turn to assist. That's what I'll do, just to make sure we're not leaving anything to chance against those local rebels. Right, Sparta, you're fine. Corinth, you're fine. Athens, you're fine. Larissa, you're fine. These towns are all fine. These towns are also fine. Levavum, let's get some recruitment going on if there is anything to recruit. No, there isn't, right, but are we... Well, start working out militia barracks as soon as you're done with upgrading, please. Patavium, I would recommend you also do some recruitment just in case I may need to call on you should things go bad if we are dealing with a potential full-on invasion, which is making me sound paranoid, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Scriptorium in... No, we don't need a scriptorium right now. Arimnium, Durgle. Yeah, nothing really to build there. Well, we're fine in Arimnium. Aretium, we're probably also fine, yeah. Well, we can work on Execution Square if I wanted to, but I don't need to. Rome, let's continue with the recruitment. I mean, this army's just about done at this point, but there's always room for improvements. So, more Sacred Band would be appropriate, really, so I think I'll just wait until we're done with that. Capua, you're still under siege. Tarentum, let's keep on up with the recruitment, so recruit some more Poenis. And Croton, you'll be receiving... Oh, yeah, Croton has a governor anyway. A devout governor who's holding his own for the minute. So, work on some onagers, please. And you, Balhano Volubis, on your boat and get a shift onto Tarentum, please, where you can Prepared to do your duties to your family. Right, excellent. Doing good now. Right, Sicily is pretty much fine at this point. I don't really see a need for recruiting from Sicily anymore, so I think I'm just going to leave Sicily be, unless there's... Oh, I've got you hanging around as well, haven't I? Hirambulla and Kyriambulla. Yeah, I'm going to have to get you out on the field, aren't I, my lads? Alright, work on some units. Messana's fine. Well, Theopopides Sicker would probably be better as a commander. So you know what? Transfer Kyrian over to Syracuse and he can take over the governorship of the town. Oh great, the population's shrinking now. Right, work on Great Estates. And I'll send Mr. Sicker out on expedition later. And yeah, here we've got Zeuxis Gisco, who's also spoiling for a fight. So keep working on things. So yeah, I'd say about what I say. We're going to put Syracuse and Messana on recruitment. Lilibame, if you could donate your garrison to Syracuse, that would be fantastic. And then Lilibame can recruit a few additional troops just to keep the peace. So maybe we're looking more towards Libyans and Poenis for just to, you know, keep the peace and all that stuff. Right, you, Briareus in Carthage, we'll start building up a new army. Corrales, you're fine. Massilla, you're still recruiting in order to deal with those nearby rebels. Lugdunum, you're also going to do some recruitment. Or just in case. And Alicia, I would recommend doing the same, right? That's all well and good. Condate Redonum. In a way, I would like Condate Redonum to potentially recruit a few additional troops. I mean, I'm sounding so paranoid now, but Condate Redonum, if the Britannians were to attack it, is somewhat of a viable tactic due to its proximity to British Isles. Same really goes for Tara as well, which has recently grown. But Tara's recruitment options are next to nothing, so yeah. Oscar, yeah, we'll just keep routing troops back to Carthago Nova, and Captain Akat, you get to Carthago Nova as well. This army is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, Bodestadt is a well, Bodnal Cat is a peasant train, so he's fine. Carthago Nova, just keep recruiting some slingers or something. Oh, actually, better yet, recruit some Poenis. Corduba, keep recruiting the slingers, and Scalabis. Can we maybe end? Right, we can't end the peasant train, but we're getting close to ending it. Build an armourer as well because I said so. Numantia doesn't necessarily need to worry about any recruitment, and neither does Asturica, apart from a few peasants just to keep the peace there. Right. Excellent. Right, Tingy, you should also be recruiting, so get recruiting. Then retrain, you recently constructed your bigger and better blacksmith. Then begin working on Royal Cavalry Stable, so you can also start recruiting Sacred Band Cavalry. Certa, you're still in Plague, so we'll just leave you be. Go to Milcarum, you're about to arrive in Carthage. Carthage, you can start working on recruiting an Onager, and then you're still working on that. Thapsus, you're fine. Lepsis Magna, you're fine. Demidi, enjoy your new governor, because I'm going to disband some loser just to take his place. Alright. Juba, in you go. Welcome to your new territory, and you've actually upped public order quite a bit, so I might be able to maybe disband a couple of these losers. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a push. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go below 80%, so pushing those couple down, at least we'll wean off a few upkeep costs. And Nepta, you never have anything to do you? Right. Tell you what, Nepta, though, you can disband those mercenaries because I'm not really interested in paying for them anymore. Right, cool. That's pretty much us done at the end of this turn. There isn't really any battles we can do. We are just going to keep holding our line. At least we are sending reinforcements to deal with Deju Times with Trespasser, though. But one of them may come and deal with the Agirica Certa. I'm not really interested in sending Abdonal or Cartena into the field, though. You can move back into Cyrene when we're done retraining Yahawian's army. Yahawian, by the way, you do have one last slot left in your army, so get yourself one extra Poeni for just in case, and then we're going to make our move. But apart from that, we are going to end this turn now. Admiral Hannibal, you can just skirt around here and look for things to chase down. But yeah, there isn't really anything else to do, so we're just going to move on to the next turn, observe our enemies, and keep a little eye on this fella down here. Unless, where's my... oh, well, we're about to make contact with Morgan Actium anyway. Right. I will speak with them at once. Anything on the table I can put with Morgan Actium? No. Right. Never an offer of an alliance is that I can make with these guys. Right, well, I'll tell you what. Maybe we should threaten them. Let's have a man bigger than them. Extract money out of them, because I don't want to pay them money. I would like money off them, though. Right, I demand you make a payment, or, I mean, let's see if we can get away with this. Pay me 1,000 denarii, and you will do it, or I will attack you, because I hate you. Your empty threats do not worry us, we will take our chances. Right, that's probably pissed them off then. Still, if they're going to attack me because they're being bunged up the bum by the Egyptians, so be it. I'll oblige them a fight, and then I'll help myself to a few of their territories. Next turn, please. Right, so someone's been doing some loud comedy dying somewhere, so we'll have to look into that in a minute, but looks like Captain Shabakata has turned up and he's attempted to attack Abnul Kartena, who has a slightly less than numerous army, so this could be a bit of a tricky one. Since the strength ratio is actually 5 to 6 in Egypt's favour, and we are outnumbered. However, then I look at the army build-up and realise that maybe it's not going to be all that bad when I realise that it's very archer-heavy. With only a few pharaohs guarding the mix and a couple of chariots. Whatever could this person be planning? Okay, we'll fight them. I'll oblige them a fight. It's going to be a bit tricky with all his range support though, so cavalry and elephants will need to be on top of it. But the high presence of Pharaoh's bowmen is going to make deploying my elephants quite the issue. Still, if we are exposed to these dangers constantly, we could breed contempt for them.
Let us pray to the heavens and then take up the sword and bow. The gods help those who help themselves. And at the last, brave and noble soldiers, I say this: fight with the courage our people expect. Fight like men!
You are going to need quite a bit of courage today, lads, because we are outnumbered. So, on these lovely, sunny evening fields, let's prepare to hold our foe back. And it is quite a strange battlefield we have. We've got just this big old field just here, just chilling out, but at the same time we have a hill, which could prove to be a strategic position to block off the many enemy archers who will be coming over to say hello to me today. So, I suggest that we use this. So let's get some units ready to get into action. So first, slingers, you are my front line. Get up here and prepare to attack. Then Sacred Band, you are the front line. However, we are a little low in numbers, so I want 3 of you to slightly X off to this side, and then I want the rest of you who are with the Poenis to slightly X off to this side. So we're sort of going for a sort of like my usual hammerhead formation, but we're sort of like just dishing it out on the sides. This is mainly due to the higher presence of enemy chariots, or at least because there are enemy chariots. It's just mean that the centre point could become a bit of a weak point for us. However, if we are adaptive enough, when the enemy tries to charge it, we should be alright. Elephants are at the back because of the enemy archers, which could get in our way. Long shields, you will act independently today. So you're there. Circle Band Cavalry, because I don't have a lot of you left. You will be with the General and try and do what you can. Libyan Mercs, you're in the centre doing what you do best. Onagers, you're up here and you naturally know what you're supposed to be doing, so let's get you set up. Right. So I've gone for a slightly unorthodox formation, but yeah. I would say our biggest weakness in this army is our lack of Libyan spearmen, and we're lacking a bit on the cavalry side, so we'll have to do what we can really without them. Hopefully the enemy chariots do not prove too wily for us today. Either way, let us initiate this battle and take on a hell of a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen, which actually means we may need to be a bit more aggressive in this battle. And the enemy has deployed over there. I guess they were expecting me to defend the lowlands or something, but I believe that I will have more luck defending from this hill. So it may make archers harder to hit me or something like that, or I'm basically going to use gravity to my will or something. Right, fire upon those chariots, or better yet, fire upon those Pharaoh's bowmen. They're the juicier target. Killing chariots is always fun, but let's face it, they're harder to hit. Killing Pharaoh's bowmen is just very rewarding in itself, because I hate Pharaoh's bowmen with, like, loads. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just send my slingers forward and try and deal some extra harm to him as well. Oh, that was not quite right, but I like where this other one's going. I don't like where it's going now. Right. Artillery, keep it up. You might hit them sooner or later. That was not it though, right? Try keep it up, artillery. Slingers, I think they're just going to come and pot shot us. I'd recommend we potentially start moving forward. Oh, we need to be careful because we are dealing with my artillery here, which is sometimes a bit random in where it fires. Artillery, find a new target. Play over chariots. Slingers, open fire upon those Pharaoh's bowmen. There we go. Ooh, those were some good shots, by the way. Right, get another volley out. Oh, hang on, we got company, right? Slingers, get back in position. We've got incoming, right? Artillery, go back to play with Pharaoh's bowmen. They're gonna outrun me. Oh, wait. Returning tail. Right. You, get behind the line, because they're gonna try. We need to try and lure them into a sacred band line. You slingers, try and get a few shots out. Right. Managed to get a few out. They're gonna crash into us, but it's alright. There we go. Right, let the chariots break on our line. Right. Other slingers, get back out here. Right. We've got more chariots incoming and they're gonna outmaneuver us. We've got a lot incoming actually, right. Slingers over here. Royal Cavalry over here. Get a unit of elephants up here as well. Just to one unit though, because I'm gonna put myself in a risk of berserking here. Right, cavalry, I don't want you against those chariots because they're not your best unit to fight. And oh shit, no, Pharaoh's bowmen, they know what they're on. Right, elephants, pull yourselves away from this conflict. Right, long shields, where you at? Get out here. Those Pharaoh's bowmen must not be allowed to stand. They are insulting me. And you guys, I said stop, not ungroup. Right. Elephants, punch as far into the enemy formation as you can. The enemy is giving me lag, by the way. Oh, fuck, they're berserked. Right. The Egyptians' counter-elephant tactics are becoming quite the annoyance.
The general is the perfect enemy. He does not stand, but runs away. Is there any point in killing him?
Probably not. We need to start moving our formation forward if we want to stand a chance of surviving this battle, though. I've got elephants running amok all over here because the enemy has so many Pharaoh's bowmen everywhere that they're hard to keep track of. So, right. Cavalry, you need to punch through and get them eliminated. You lot, fall back to formation. Elephants, I'm going to regret doing this, but I may need to execute you. I'm going to keep you in the field for the minute, though, because you're not too close to me. Don't worry about the slingers. No, General, do not engage Pharaoh's guard. That is suicidal. Engage only the Pharaoh's bowmen. They must be eliminated. Right. How are we doing over here? Right, guys. Straighten this formation up. One of you advance forward and kill off those Pharaoh's bowmen. Cavalry, you need to be over here and killing this cavalry off. Well, killing off these archers. They're like a plague upon these lands. You have advanced way too far out of position. You are going to get killed. Try and change where you're at. Right, cavalry, keep playing with the bowmen. You try and punch into the slingers. Those elephants are going to exit the battlefield soon, I hope, but at the same time, it looks like we're going to try and commit suicide upon that line of spears. And the enemy is still spamming fire arrows everywhere. Right, try and engage those Pharaoh's guard and just do the best you can, because right now you're too far away for me to rescue you. I need to advance this formation forward. So, right, bring your line up to here and prepare to fire. Onagers, pack it in. I can't risk you. Right, cavalry, how are we doing? Keep pushing through, but oh wait, I think you've got a phalanx unit over there, right? It's alright. We might just make it. We are going to bring down quite a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen. The Egyptians are going into disarray. Still a chance we can do it, and they are skirmishing against us. So, right. Focus only on things that are not routing. I want all these Pharaoh's bowmen wiped out before I can authorise the second use of edge elephants. That other unit has been completely eliminated now. And I feel very bad for allowing that to happen. That was my ineptness there. I should not have brought him in that early, but let's face it, the enemy has gone for a full-on archer spam today. Right. I need you to move in and engage. I need you to move in and engage. I need you to also move in and engage. You turn, face, and kill. Slingers, try and get yourselves over here and try and see what else you can do. Long shield cavalry, you're in an engagement that you're going to lose. Pull away from those chariots now, or just get yourselves all killed upon their wheels. Whatever seems to work best for you. But what does not work best for me is you killing yourselves, but fair enough. Right. Starting to make some ground against the Egyptians. Right, turn, face, and kill some more. I'm seeing more archers being flung onto us, so we need to bring those guys down, because those Pharaoh's bowmen will just continue to exist as a bloody unnecessary pain. Guys, what are we doing up here? Are we winning or are we losing? Cavalry, get in there and provide some assistance, because you guys seem to be just about eliminated. Right, General, where are you at? You're helping out. Right.
Enemy general has been killed. Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
I feel uneasy about doing this, but Elephants, I would really appreciate you in this battle now. Right, you two need to go and focus on bringing down the rest of the enemy Pharaoh's Guard, because there's still quite a few of them out on the field, and we need to bring them all down now. Right, General, don't worry about things that are routing. I want to focus only on Pharaoh's bowmen who are still in this battle and irritating me, because they are honestly being such a nuisance in this battle, and they need to be taken down immediately, because they've wiped out too many innocent elephants today. Beautiful beasts these things are, and the Egyptians just kill them with maximum cruelty. They do not even honour them with a dignified death. No, they find it more fun to set them on fire and have them die in panic. Whereas I give them an honourable death in battle. Right, Slingers, cut it out. Don't want to risk any friendly fire. I don't want you to piss off our elephants. Right. Elephants should be able to cut their way through whatever's left of the enemy now. Got a few Pharaoh's Guard over here who still are persisting in their annoying activities, so we're going to try and bring them down. But it looks like the Egyptians are definitely in a full retreat at this point in the battle, so I think we've managed to bring this one against them. Good, good, good. We've tipped the scales back in our favour. I'd always feel happy when I win a battle where strength ratio was not in my favour, and sorry, not the Egyptians. My own archers now are doing their duty and bringing down the enemy. Excellent job,
battlefield.
Keep it up, elephants. It ain't over yet. March in, bring down whatever you can. Let's make sure that we eliminate as many Egyptians as possible. Let's speed this one up as well. I did say this was a concluding part, and I would rather not the concluding part to be lasting about 5 hours or something. Let's bring down whatever we can and call this one a victory. Well, that is what we have earned today, right? Archers, elephant archers really, but basically, move in, get these kills. We're just about done today. Right. Bring down that last Pharaoh's Guard by the way. Come on, don't ignore him. He's there to be killed. Come on, right, just charge into him then or something. I mean, look at him. Bring him down. I think he's stuck. Oh wait, he's unstuck now. He obviously gets unstuck when he realises I'm about to kill him. Right, guys, bring him down. Come on. I'll just ignore him again. Right, come on. You cannot be this short-sighted. Come on. Come on, what's your name again? Abdoniel Cartena. Come on, Abdoniel. I know your eyesight's better than that. Or it's not, right. Are we going to stab him? Stab him? Come on. Stab him better. Thank you. That was a little embarrassing there. Right, what's left of the enemy now? A lone Pharaoh's Guard. Kill him. Don't bother with your spears, by the way. Kill him with your sword if you want. Thank you.
Your victory is complete. No man can take any credit from you for the crushing of your foes.
Bit of a weird one to call a crushing defeat, but then again, I guess we managed to hold our own against a slightly superior force today, so I will take that one. Well done, men. You pulled through at the end. Let's get you to Cyrene and get you reinforced. You are done for now. But still, quite a few kills. The general especially, 429. Sacred Band bringing in definitely their fair share. Good performance by my men. The only thing I would have changed was I shouldn't have brought in those elephants so early and allowed them to get blasted to bits by the numerous enemies' bowmen, but that was my fault, right?
Victory is ours, mighty one!
Okay, so let's find out the mystery of a comedy death noise and why I heard a big loud crashing noise that always signifies that someone is sieging me. But before we do that, Arishat would like to marry someone called Abydos Chulu. He's got one command. He's not the best guy in the world, but I guess I'll take him. It's always an extra person. Settlement besieged by Lazora, by Britannia, so I was right. They've betrayed me. Not that we had any agreement, but I always like to think there was a mutual respect between us. One that has now been befouled. Well, Britannia, if you are so desperate to have your faction finally wiped out, then I am always willing to oblige, so I will send a relief force to deal with your scumbags very, very soon. Still, it's an annoying thorn in my side that must be dealt with. It looks like the Britannia's going to double down with an attack on Alicia. Okay, we must prepare to stop this then. I'm not gonna entertain this invasion of my lands. I'll entertain an invasion of their lands instead, which could be facilitated through the Black Sea, in fact. Jermies, you're carrying a lot of men right now, aren't you? A big army. Don't deploy it where I want you to deploy it. Wait for Bosphorus. I have a plan. Let's tunnel into their eastern frontier and give me the full control of Black Sea. Thessalonica and Bylazora and these Greek cities can facilitate control of the western Bosphorus, and we can liberate the Black Sea colonies for myself, right? Still, the Britannians will be dealt with soon. Right now, we're losing money, and we're going to be losing even more money now that we've lost all trade with Britain. So that's going to be a financial thorn for us, and while we could profit quite nicely from this turn, basically our budget's starting to shrink. We need to be a little bit more wary about how we're spending our money now. It looks like the Egyptians are sending their next attack in the form of Captain Sekhwemi, and I suspect he's heading for Sardis. Sardis will be ready to deflect his attack though, and it's working on a better temple now. Right, most advanced faction by the way, it's me. Faction announcements. Admiral Fero died at the sea, so I'm guessing he was the one who was making the comedy dying noises. Oh wait, I was going to say it wasn't Chai series because I know of his Taz rebellion, but right. Repair what you can here and then continue constructing the temple. Hopefully Sidon does not flip and routine is you get there, right? Abdoniel Cartena by the way gained 3 command stars from his crushing victory. Or at least, you know, he gained a command star base. He's now a superior commander. And whatever's left of the forces has actually run off over here and control of Captain Kasha Zalmoxis, who is just Zalmoxis, has a torturer. Theododecles Lol has a pet lion, an overseer, a merchant. Kyrian Gisco has a load of other stuff adding to his retinue because I guess he wants loads of new stuff in his retinue. Right. Looks like the Egyptians are getting a little bit testy, but it looks like Deju Times has actually pulled back to the frontier, so that's okay for now, but the way he's paired his armies up means it's going to make attacking them a little harder for me. Chryseus Tereka, still not enough to kill him. Have a go on Captain Tanutamun. 40% chance is good enough to maybe hopefully earn you a bit more retinue and experience. Oh, you could just fuck it up. Well done. Right, get yourself out of there, you idiot. That was pretty incompetent of yourself. Right, anyway, construction report. Quite a few things built, mainly important. Tyra has improved its temple. I would recommend erecting some defences just in case the Britons get any ideas. And quite a few awesome temples being built now. Halicarnassus, you may as well complete your temple to Baal. And we'll also see that your men continue their march. Sardis, you also are working on your better temple now. Cyrene, you also do the same, please. And Sidon will also be doing the same after it's repaired from its little rebellion. Are the people getting it out of their system, by the way? If they are, they're doing it very slowly, right? This is dangerous for us, that's why we need reinforcements. Anyway, then a lot of other stuff happened. Right, Bodestar, on board with Philosia, please. And make for Antioch. We'll arrive in 3 turns' time. Let's make sure we arrive on the right side of Antioch, by the way, because Antioch's got a big river running around it. If we land on the south side of it, then at least we're closer to Sidon and we'll be able to take Antioch, hopefully within a turn. Recruitment report by the way reads as... well, it reads as a lot of things were recruited, actually. Too many for me to go through right now, so I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I'm going to be a little bit more lax, but I'm not going to be too lax because I don't want things to go wrong because we are now at war with Britain, so I will deal with that. I will deal with that most gleefully. So let's jump into this turn, and I guess really we'll deal with a minor enemy and then the major enemy. By the minor, I am of course referring to these new blue bastards. So, what is Captain Amborix sending my way? 2 chosen swordsmen and a mystery unit. What have I got? 2 Poennies and a slinger, right. What do I know about chosen swordsmen? They have quite a bit of attack, they have quite a lot of defense, and that's really about it. And I assume they actually have pretty good morale as well. They also have the ability to Warcry. They're going to be a tough unit to bring down. They're the best of the best of the Britannians. Poennies are not my best of the best, and they do lack in attack, but we do out-defend them. That's pretty good. And we do actually make, the phalanx formation as well, which could be something the chosen swordsman could fall upon. If they had that cavalry support, we may be able to bring them down on that angle. And I do have slingers as well. Their mystery unit, however, could be an issue for us. Sallying forth would be very risky for us. However, Thessalonica is not in a position to provide reinforcements due to its riots, which need to be quelled very, very soon, actually. So, continue with the peasant recruitment, please, which is not helping us at all. I should not have demolished that theatre. But, yeah, just keep trying to hold. I need to put more of a garrison here. Larissa, I hate to do this, but, well, I was going to send some of your units to help out with Thermon as well. Athens will provide with units to deal with Thermon, right? Put your garrison into Thessalonica and see if that helps. It's helped a little bit. It has put Larissa in a bad position though, right? Larissa, work at a secret police HQ and then do some peasant recruitment, please. I feel like we're playing a very, very disastrous juggling match now. Athens, send 2 Sacred Band. Well, no, don't even send Sacred Band. Send some Peltasts, some Poennies, and a unit of Sacred Band cavalry. Make it 2 to assist against the rebels over there, and I will deal with those. Now, actually, let's get rid of them. Except that'll be next turn, right? Well, we'll deal with them next turn, because I'm not quite sure if he's in reinforcement range, so I'm not going to risk it, and I'm not very interested at this point in time. Right, Bylazora. I wish for your forces to sally forth now and deal with this Captain Amborix. Maybe the Britannians didn't mean it, and they're just sending a little mad warlord who's a bit off his guns to attack me because he's bored. But then again, I would just remember doubling down. So, in fact, no. This is a badly coordinated attack on me. So, we'll deal with him. We are outstrengthed, however, at 7-to-10 ratio, but I'm not really too sure on how we do against Chosen Swordsmen, since it was a very long time ago we fought against the Gauls, who I think fielded these guys, but not in number. So, and also their mystery unit is Warband. They are expendable and will be dealt with. The lack of cavalry support may be our undoing now, so let's hope our slingers are up to the task of providing some very cheeky flanks. Fight this one on the battle map, and also, let's also hope that actually our defences manage to just basically zap the Britannians out of existence. Maybe they're going to be stupid like the Egyptians. And if they do that, then we are in a very fortunate position.
Await my orders.
Alright, men. Let's get this one over and done with. So we're going to get out of the walls. Slingers, you will go first, so you're going to bring some hurt down on the enemy. They're all waiting there, so there isn't really a lot to say. Yes, this area is still Romanized, by the way. We are going to change that. It does take a long time to change things, and oh fuck, that thing's got to go. No more temples to Bacchus, please. Who the hell is that? We don't even have parties in Carthage. We don't believe in that. We only believe in trade and profit and peace. Right. Units begin moving out and prepare to deal with the Britannians. It looks like this time they're going to be smarter than the Egyptians. They're going to pull away. They're going to choose their field. But again, that's just how Gaul did it as well. Hopefully some of them stray too close to the tower though. Still. Let them choose their line. I will meet them there. Seriously, tower, if you could maybe zap a few of those units down, that'd be fantastic. Alright, maybe not. No, they're going to choose to make their line here. Okay. I'm happy with that. I can deal with them there. Okay, how I'm going to play it then is let them make their line first. So the captain's going to be at the back. And then I've got a warband on one side and the Poennies on the other. Poennies, I'd recommend maybe widening your formation out a little bit, just so then we've got a nice amount of coverage. Slingers, if you could get forward as well, you're going to provide the initial hurt, but that's how I'm going to play this one. Unfortunately, the tower does not seem to be very interested in engaging, which is a little strange. I would have thought we would basically be in range to be, you know, doing a little bit of shooting, but oh well, I guess we're not. It is a shame. Oh, and it's snowing, and I just remembered, these guys get a little bit of a combat bonus in the snow. This may be a little bit of a disadvantage to us. We do not get combat advantage in the snow, but at least we don't get a combat debuff in the snow as well. That would be annoying. I was thinking about it the other day, really. You don't really get factions with unique mechanics in these earlier Total War games, don't you? It only really came about in, what was it, maybe Shogun 2, where each faction kind of had their own little thing, like their own little like bonus to this, that, and whatever on the campaign map. Because the rest of it was just really battle-based with, you know, like, we get, you know, you get, I don't know, mega super death units or something. Right, the enemy is hyping up by where we are, whooping and hollering. And now it really leads to be what's going to be the most fun unit for my slingers to kill. I don't know how well these guys can take a volley of slings, but to be honest, bringing them down would be more of a priority than bringing down the Warband. The Warband are numerous, but they will probably fall very easily against the Poeni, so I think we can let them be the makers of their own doom. With their stupid spiky hair and mustaches that are terrible. It's been a while since I've had to put down some barbarians, and our first volley did not do anything. Right, get another volley in, see if you do any better. Right, and one more volley for good luck. One kill, right, not good enough. Play with the Warband, we get more kills there. I think these guys are a bit, well, they're what I'm going to class as slinger immune. Guys, I said target the Warbands now, please. Don't bother with those guys, we're not worth our ammunition. Bring down the Warband. Probably it's going to instigate a reaction there, but if it does, then so be it. Unless then it's not going to instigate. No, I heard a word forward. Right, we're coming forward then? Not coming forward? Come on, guys. It's your army that's getting wiped out now. Right, slingers, keep it up. The more of these guys you wipe out, the easier our life's going to be. Because it could just be a Poeni apiece bringing down the chosen swordsman, or hopefully they just break. I feel like I may be getting into a bad situation here, but if I can weaken down these warbands, then at least life's a little easier, because these guys may just try and flank us or get in the way, so if we make them ineffective in combat, then, you know, we're sorted over here. Also, it means the slingers might get promoted, which is always a nice little bonus for us. Still, we must make sure that the garrison here is restored to its full strength as quickly as possible in order to ensure that the Britannians are kept at bay. This could be the first of many attacks, or this could just be a single wild attack to appease their Egyptian masters. We'll do what we can. It's a bit odd that the Egyptians had to resort to the desperate strategy of calling upon the northern barbarians to start harassing me. I think the Egyptians are just trying to do whatever they can now to insult me and get on my nerves. And I think they're going to move out, actually, or at least their commander keeps saying to move out, but then the Britannians are not very good at following orders, so, yeah. But we're about halfway through our ammo, and we have managed to kill off a sizable chunk of this unit so far. I think we are safe to triple speed it now, because the Britannians are very not interested in reacting to us, actually. And I heard the word forward, it's still not happening. Right. This unit warband is basically now getting slaughtered now. I don't have a readout on their morale, but I'm going to assume it's probably beginning to drop. I mean, they may be getting a little bit of a buff every time they try and war cry, but apart from that, let's face it, it's not really happening for them, is it? So, yeah, slingers. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, no, they were just slightly shuffling to the left, so they're not really going to do anything against us. Right, slingers, keep doing what you're doing. You've more than halved this unit now. I mean, you're bringing it down to the brink. And yeah. Right, we're finally out of ammo. That's a shame. The enemy is hyping up once more, so we'll wait a couple of seconds before we march in, because we may as well just wait for them to have that effect to become wasted. They can try and reform their unit as well, which is now down to a mere 69 men. So that is well over 100 kills to your name today, slingers. Don't leave the battlefield just yet. Be prepared to do some flanking with your daggers, right? Poenis, move in. Poenis, move in and mop up whatever's left. They will probably rout as soon as you crash into them. If they try to war cry, hold your advance for a few seconds. If you want to charge into us, then let me know. Right, they're going to war cry. I think it's 10 seconds last 5 minutes, so 3, 4, 5, yeah, they've blown it too early. Poenis advance slowly. which is really, in one way, a disadvantage, but today it's being used to our advantage because, well, they've popped the war cry too early, and it looks like I'm actually just going to move away, which means it wouldn't have been a golden opportunity for my slingers to shoot them in the back, but yeah, I've basically blown my slingers on chewing down their expendable units, but oh well. You know what, that means they're not going to be in the way, because you never know, they could maybe do something annoying to get in the way, so I think we're going to bring them down quite nice, you're right. Hopefully the Britannians just sort of implode into the centre of their formation, instead of trying to envelop us. We'll see how this one plays out. So far they are quite impetuous, and they know that their flanks are safe, so we're in a bit of a pickle there, but we're already managing to make an impression. We're starting to bring quite a few of them down, so we may be alright. Slingers, I need you to help bring the end of these warbands down quickly. Oh wait, they've broken, right. Slingers, see if you can get into those warbands. Or better yet, Poennies, move in and provide support. Slingers, I'm giving you a bit of a, oh wait, you guys are tired. Shit, right. You guys get in there, do what must be done. Slingers, hit the flank of these chosen swordsmen. Their morale is dropping, but mine's holding, but I'm a little worried that we could get a little bit enveloped here, and we are starting to lose a little ground here. So tell you what, help out with this unit. This one's going down at a steady pace, so we may be able to win, but this is a captain's unit, which should have a little bit more morale about it, and all that annoying gear, but we are pushing their force away, so we are doing alright. So keep it up, lads, keep sweeping them away. Slingers, I hate making you run when you're tired, but it is just for the greater good. I want you to get in the back and give these guys a little bit of extra pressure, or if they're routed. Oh dear, and there goes our captain.
Your foolish general has got himself killed. How will your soldiers greet this news?
Not well, I assume, right. Our captain was very clumsy there. This may not go right for us after all. Still, we've weakened the Britannians' attack force. I wasn't necessarily expecting victory today here, so I'm not necessarily annoyed at this. This is more of a learning exercise to learn their strength. Clear with my very small garrison, I have paid the price, but some of my Poennies have come back into the battle. They're not in a position to fight though. I'd recommend you return to the city and we'll fight this one another day. For now, we have happily brought down this unit of warband, but our unit has collapsed. Get back in the city, lads. Get back in the city. This is not our day today. Make it as fast as possible as well. I wish for a full withdrawal back into the city. I want to make sure these guys get into the city safely, by the way. Looks like we're going to reform their formation, so we should be safe to return to the city. But I am concerned that, really, there are too many enemy units there for us to continue this one. We'll fight another day. For now, we'll merge this unit into one, and we'll have to come out with a new plan. I.e., we'll have to come back with some reinforcements. Units, return to the city gates and prepare for further orders. We will make our new strike against the enemy another day. For now, all units back in the city, quick as you can. Once you are all back in the city safely, I will end this battle. We'll call this one a stalemate, Britannia. You didn't exactly do well in this battle yourselves. I see many of your corpses on the field as well as mine. Or next time, I won't fight in the winter where you're stronger. That would actually be a good thing to do. We must keep our engagements to the summer only with these foes, if they profit more in the snow. For now, I shall call that a day on that battle.
Fate has been whimsical today. This battle has ended in a draw.
And the numbers do kind of add up into a draw. Neither side really won, but I come away with the knowledge that the Britannians can be a force to be reckoned with come the snow, and chosen swordsmen can be quite the tricky foe. So we must be more cautious about how we approach them and not dismiss them as a simple barbarian. By the Zora, merge your garrison together and await for further orders from myself. I could send for reinforcements to Thessalonica if I'm honest, because but then again I want to try and hold that town off rebellion. Right, once Thessalonica is back up to scratch, we should be alright. We do have 9 turns until the town surrenders anyway, so time is somewhat on our side anyway. Larissa can't send anything further. And to start upcoming attack on the Bosphorus is going to really hit them hard. Now, in terms of their other attack that they're attempting on us, Captain Aminus, you're a very naughty boy, aren't you? He's bringing a stronger army, though, and it is still winter. I'll give him 1 turn to move his men. For now, are you guys going to make it to Alicia, or are you going to slightly make it to Alicia? I don't trust where that green haze is ending. I don't think they're going to make it into the town. Right. I'll send for reinforcements next turn with these guys. How are we doing Massilla? We're ready to go against these rebels at least. Right. You lot, come out of the city then, like so. And then attack. So I don't want to sally forth with like 1 million peasants. And they tried to sally forth anyway, right? Move in for the kill against these guys, and then make your way up to Alicia. You've got a front line to reinforce now, and Batavium and me, well, Batavium will also do the same. We'll make a strike at Mogonactium. We'll liberate Germania and make it into mine. Right, well, anyway, we're going to quickly do a Velocatus of Arusio. It's not going to be a long one because it's 2 warbands, a peasant, and then a general. So this one should be quite easy.
A battle's never easy.
He isn't worth the speech, my general, right? Looks like we're descending downhill for this battle, by the way, as we are on the mountain slopes, but luckily the enemy should not be deploying on the mountain slope apart from that one, and if they do, that's being a dick, right? Units prepared to move forward. It's our usual strategy for dealing with usual crappy barbarians, even if we are fighting them in the winter, but let's face it, they're rebels. They never hold up. Right, cavalry, you're there, group up, let's get a move on. And they've all deployed near this lovely big rock. That may protect one of their flanks, but at the same time, it's not going to protect them from being dead. So, yeah. All units move in for the kill. That's all I really have to say. All units move in for the kill. One of you will focus around this unit of rebels. One of you will focus around this unit of rebels. Cavalry will be on the flank and ready to go. Poenis will be also just in the back and awaiting their little bit of mischief to make. Looks like enemies going to try and shift their formation about, though. They're going to come a little bit closer, which means they're just going to open up this flank. Bit of a bizarre strategy, I must admit, but okay. Right, Poenis, make your formation here now. Slingers, line up here, and then, well, line it up here. By the way, thank you for telling me about spacebar. Allows me to see where I'm shifting all my units. That is, like, such a lifesaver. Like, seriously, that is, like, the best tool I have ever seen in my life. Anyway, you lot come here, and then we should be good to go, really. So let's just wait for all our units to rock up here. There we go. Slingers, move in and open fire. Cavalry is awaiting their orders, but we're going to start hurting these warbands because, well, at least for one thing that we learned against the Britannians, warband are absolutely pathetic against slingers, so that is very good news for myself. But it looks like we're going to get a little bit feisty, and they're going to come forward and bring the general forward, in fact. No skirmishing, by the way. You skirmish on my orders only, but I am going to give you the order to skirmish anyway. Get behind the line. He's coming to say hello. Right, you lot, you've got warband inbound, so you can try and attack. I'm going to have you try and split your attack up as well, but basically a hard charge is going to bring these warband down pretty quickly. So, even if they do have some minor counter-cavalry traits about them, as you can see, it's all for naught. And there goes their general, by the way.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Okay, cavalry, move in and finish off that last unit of warband, and we've got this one wrapped up already, basically. Don't slack about it, by the way. Let's get it done now. They're already shaken. They could go down any second. If we get them all down, then we've already got our victory sorted, and then you can have your fun little killing festival. Seriously, cavalry, there we go. Being a little lethargic, can't we?
Drive them from the battlefield!
Slingers, you may open fire on those warbands who are not near my cavalry, although you are a little far away, and I would rather you not hit my own units in the back of the head, please. That is what causes disasters and annoyances. In fact, actually, you will be able to fire. Just get yourselves into position quickly. Okay, have your fun now. Right, you lot, keep on doing what you must do. You lot, how we doing? Keep chasing them down. The more of them you chase down, the more likely you are to be promoted in the field. And that is what always gets you the big bucks. Right, slingers have lost their targets, so cavalry, you can finish them off. Looks like no promotions were rewarded this time, but then again, the enemy broke very quickly, so
Victory
whatever.
is yours, and no one can argue that it is.
It is whatever. It is a victory. No one can argue it is not a victory. Simple as that, really. Because the enemy ran away very, very quickly, and I get to move Captain Theododecles up to Alicia, where he will do what he needs to do. Right, enemy army rout. Excellent news. Always for good news. Right, Captain Bifes, where are we up to? You're heading over there. That is the Britannians dealt with for this turn. Now, let us look at the Egyptians. So, Sidon's still in a bit of a rut, but we should be okay for now. Like I said, we have already dispatched Admiral Philosia. He's going to make his job for Antioch in 2 turns, which is basically when the campaign ends anyway, but hey, it's the thought that counts. Captain Sequemi is I say definitely heading for Sardis. Honestly, I could always put money on it. He's probably targeting Halicarnassus, because the Egyptians will have somehow got wind that I've sent the garrison away on attack manoeuvres. We do have another one in the form of Captain Shabakta, who's probably on his way to Nicomedia. In a way, if I hadn't really held off, because I definitely held my hand, held my hand back in Asia Minor, I probably could have taken all these towns, but let's face it, I've been very lenient with the Egyptians, for which they should be very thankful. So, yeah, not a lot to do up here, but in terms of the south, well, we've got things to do. First is first, you, Jubal.
Yes, mighty lord.
Buy away Captain Kashakam. Get rid of him, he's not worth my time. Alright, he won't be bought out. Right, well, either way, he still isn't worth my time, so we're not engaging him on the field. Agiricus, in a way, I want you to engage these two, but in another way, there's 2 of them and only 1 of you. But, oh, hello. More Egyptians are coming. We've got Captain Philippus and Acorus Ahiridus. What do we know about him, Ben? We've got Acorus Ahiridus. He is some dude. And there's another dude along with... Ooh, Kumantet the Morbid faction. The Prince of Egypt shows his face at last. Excellent. Naturally, that coward Pharaoh, wherever he be, is still nowhere in sight. But still, an opportunity to kill the Prince of Egypt. Tempting. Yahawian, prepare to move out. I want you... Oh, you're not going to make it in time. Right, tell you what. All units, gather up near this oasis. Then I've got you next to each other. Just in case the Egyptians try anything, basically I'm going to stalemate them. Abdoniel, get into Cyrene, get yourself replenished and retrained, and await for further orders, please. And let's merge that weakened unit of Sacred Band into a stronger unit and replace them with some Poeni. Right. Can pretty much replace everything except the elephants. So the weakened elephants, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disband. And the Sacred Band cavalry, I don't want to disband them. I mean, there's only 3 of them, but let's face it, they've got 3 chevrons there, so they're veterans. We'll keep them in Cyrene until we have provision to build a royal cavalry stable. For now, replace them with some additional long shields as well, and I've just stacked units in Cyrene, but hey, that's what I'm going to do today. Chaiserius Tereko, you are fine where you are, really. I don't really like you anymore, so, yeah. Not a lot of battling to do this turn. It's almost like I'm making things too easy for myself, or once more, just being robbed of climax in this campaign, but, well, with this new situation with Britannians, I suspect we'll have a few more fights ahead of us before we can call victory. But we now only have 2 turns to wait before victory is declared. So, I think it's time we administrate this turn and prepare to move on to the next one. So, without further ado, here's the administration of the turn. So, Cyrene. Well, why are we starting with Cyrene? I always start with Kydonia now. Kydonia is my starting town. Kydonia, prepare to upgrade your farming. Keep your population growing. Salamis and Sidon, they are recruiting. Sidon is just doing its best to hold on. Salamis, you've got a pretty chunky military so far, though. Let's face it, we need to merge up your cavalry because they're lacking in number now. God, now the Egyptians really did fucking neglect their infrastructure in this city, really, didn't they? I mean, there's so much to build here. Build 1 more unit of Libyan spears, and then Admiral Bodestadt, hold your position in here. Maybe I'll get this fleet retrained actually, so also add them to the queue. But for now, just hold your position, but if you are needed, Garrison of Salamis, you'll be called upon. And if I was not so clumsy, I would not be smashing my phone among my big metal desk on which I house my computer, but fortunately the screen has not crashed into a trillion pieces, so I am not paying £80 for a screen repair today, so well done me. Right. Roads. Just keep up with the general Poweni recruitment and just make sure you know you've got that an extra bank of troops for me to send into battle. Halicarnassus is fine. Public order's going up, so I might be able to just ditch those peasants now. Sardis, yeah, you're fine. Really, I don't really see much need to recruit a navy from Sardis now. I've still got Sinope under blockade. I'm not going to blockade the Armenians, by the way. I'm not a total dickhead. In a way, I probably should try and secure friendship with the Armenians, but that's not going to do anything. Maybe Scythia and Parthia would be more sympathetic to my situation, but... And again, diplomacy just doesn't seem to work for us, and I'm not really intending to take it any further, so I think for now we'll just not bother. Pergamon, one more unit of Poenis, please, and Nicomedia, you just keep on trucking. Bylazora, you can't recruit for now, and I'm going to have to send reinforcements up to assist you in your little predicament, so hang tight. Thessalonica, you're just disappointing me now. Larissa, you're recruiting and building. Athens, you've sent your garrison out to deal with Thermon, so I need to send additional troops out. Send a party of Sacred Band out to assist in Bylazora, please. They'll arrive within 2 to 3 turns, so that's fair enough. Athens will also now continue recruiting more Sacred Band as well, just to make sure we're ready. Sparta, you do the same. Corinth, you recruit some additional cavalry, and we can try and pool our resources into sending a strike force against Byzantium. Yeah, we'll deal with that next turn. Apollonia, you're fine. Salona, you're fine. Segestica, you're fine. For then again, ideally, maybe I should get Segestica recruiting now. But the population is growing quite nicely. But at the same time, I really want to get it up to the next level of growth so we can recruit better things. So yeah. So I do have some peasant trains inbound, at least. Levathum, yeah, I keep saying you need to be recruited, but I remember you can't recruit anything good. Fine again, actually, no. Recruit a spy. Let's get some more intel about the Britannians and where their troop positions are. If they're not as strong as they're looking at Mogonactium, this may suggest that we can probably start helping ourselves to some territory. If we were to secure, basically, you know, Agridakamatanis, Chatti, Saxonies, Germania and Belgica, that's a lot of land I've helped myself to, and that pretty much consolidates Western Europe and isolates the Britannian stronghold of the British Isles, which then I can probably launch an invasion of, but that would be basically a little campaign in itself that we probably won't be doing today. But yeah, keep on doing what you're doing. Mediolanium, maybe we can start easing off on the peasant recruitment now. No, we can't. That's a shame. Segesta, what's our population like now? It's still quite low, right? Keep building it up. Erimnium, we can always be recruiting in Erimnium, so let's get some more slingers out and about on the field, and not really anything to work on. Arretium, how close are we to building a new army? We're getting there. Keep recruiting some more Sacred Band. Rome, I mean, seriously, we could send out Rome's garrison into basically smashing up the enemy. Retrain your Sacred Band and then start recruiting additional Sacred Band. Capua, you're going to die very, very soon. I mean, seriously, that garrison's... It's shrinking. It's shrinking bad. They're not going to be in a good position, those rebels. Tarentum, you can continue doing some recruitment as well. Start recruiting some heavy onagers. Croton, you can also continue with the recruitment of more Poenis. Maybe build a secret police HQ, because it looks like your public order is dropping off quite a bit, so we need to be on top of that. And Admiral Hannibal, or is Admiral Hanno, you're carrying Balhanno. I want him at Tarentum, so he'll arrive within 2 turns. That's excellent, right? Syracuse, you lot need to just continue recruiting for your respective up-and-coming military commanders. So let's see that they all have troops in provisions and all that lovely good stuff. Money is now effectively low, so let's just push on to Africa. and make sure we're all sorted out there. So I've got troops moving in. Cyrene's doing what it needs to be doing. Leptis Magna, we've got our army ready to go against Balhanoherdus. But then again, elephants are still weak. God, it's going to be a bit of an arse to go up to Thapsus and pick up more troops. But you know what, since I have 2 armies on the way, go up to Thapsus, you can replenish your elephants up there, and then we're sorted. Right, Leptis Magna, begin the recruitment of a new additional army, and then so on and so forth. Thapsus, you're up with what you need to be doing. You joining Carthage, and basically, yeah, our army's getting nice and big. Let's start recruiting some Libyan spears to make sure our army's nice and versatile and retrain what needs to be retrained. And oh, Surti, you got better. Well done, sir. So right, retrain your garrison and then start working on some Sacred Band. And oh, hello, Yutpan, probably Yutpan, the person who was dicked out of my family somehow, so he'll be dealt with. Yutpan the Dossed and Admiral Ardahul. Right, you're pirate scum. Sink the pirates.
Attack! The sea is yours, great lord.
Sea will always
Yes,
be mine,
mighty
right?
lord.
You've done a very good job there. Alright, Tingy, you need to prepare troops, which we're already doing, so I think once we get some cavalry in that army, we should be good to go, or need some elephants or whatever. And yeah, you keep shifting your troops into Captain Jubal's army. Captain Jubal, you are good to go for Leptis Magna, so start making your way over, please. Right, there we go. Right, Demidi, get back to work on recruiting, please. Everything's going good. Nepta, oh great. Did disbanding those mercenaries really put you in a bad mood? Fine, have some town militia or something to keep quiet. Right. Excellent! I think that's where we can call that another turn then. We've got our units in position. Oh, then again, actually, no. Sidon, you have a spy, don't you? Juba the killer. Well, he's an assassin. Right, Juba, go find something productive to do. Like, find out where the hell the enemy pharaoh is. He must be somewhere. Maybe he's in Jerusalem. Like, is he in Jerusalem?
Shall be extinguished.
No. Alright, he's somewhere. Go have a wander down. See what you can find out about the enemy. I know your line of sight ain't brilliant, but the more we find out, the more likely we are to maybe put an end to that bloody old codger. Or at least I get to put a face to my enemy. And by the way, as much as I appreciate that we're recruiting peasants for our reasons, can we try and make sure they're not making it into the garrison? I would rather recruit units that are a bit better. Anyway, we have actually basically emptied our treasury at this point. That might not be very good for us, but we'll see how we get on as we go on to the next turn. So, oh, by the way, you going, Admiral Daniel? You've got an army. Right, get that army down here. Don't just be sitting around at sea. I have a use for them, right. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn, my friends, and see how our enemy plays this one out. Right, so the Egyptians decided they want to fight after all. Deju Time says, I mean, you know what? I thought I was just going to stalemate by putting my armies together, but fair enough, if they want to fight, they can fight. And oh, let's make sure you are under AI control. Look, everyone, this is proof. I've put the AI in control of Yahawian's forces. Let's hope it stays that way. But yeah, Agira Caserta will be taking forward my men, or at least I'll be taking forward Agira Caserta, and a strength ratio of 5-2. Yeah, I think Deju Times may be biting off more than he can chew here. Even if the reinforcements are delayed, I should be able to bring this guy down because he's got quite a lot of regular bowmen who probably can't stand up in a fight, but he does also have a few Pharaoh's Guard and Nubians. Desert Axes have never really been much of a thorn on my side, but he does have a fair amount of chariots. This game, I mean, not this gay, sorry, that was pretty bad of me. Unless you are gay, then I'm kind of half correct, but this guy, or this Pharaoh, or this piece of shit may be able, well, he's not even a pharaoh, but you know what I mean. Well, did I even say foe? I said foe. Foe, not pharaoh, because you'll never be a pharaoh, because I'm going to end your life before you can even become a pharaoh. End of that. Right, so, I have plenty of Pwenny, so I should be able to curb him off. This guy may be able to deal some damage with the amount of cavalry he's bringing, but hopefully if my units are reactive enough, we should be able to stop him. So let's bring down Deju Times in time for tea.
Victory is near at hand! If all do their duty, we will profit from today. Bend your backs to your tasks, and all will be well! We go now to our bloody business!
Okay, men, we'll only have a small window in which we can use artillery fire to slow down the enemy, for our reinforcements should be coming from about here today, and it's most likely they'll just ignore my formation, just do whatever the hell they want. So, let's make sure we're nice and organised. So, first things first, how many Poenis do I have to play with? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 Sacred Band. So Sacred Band will make up the front of my formation. Well, one of these units is somewhat weakened, which is a little bit of a risk. But going on from that, we'll have 3 units of Poenis per flank. In terms of deployment, I know there's a bit of a hill here, but at the same time, that hill is not very roomy, and so that's kind of working against me. So I'd rather deploy here where it's moderately tall. Now the enemy does have quite a few archers, but we should be able to potentially bring them down with our somewhat significant cavalry support we're bringing today. Artillery, you'll do whatever you can before basically everything descends into a big clusterfuck. Slingers, you're doing your usual duty, so please try to avoid failing them. General, you will be leading your forces there. Mr. Agira Caserta, I keep forgetting your name, I am very sorry. And Long Shields will be 1 unit here deploying from the forest, or is the oasis, or the random collection of small trees that has graced us with their presence today. So cavalry will basically go in for the flanks and all that. Libyan Spears, I want you to basically be a reserve unit, so I'm going to place you here and you will act when you have something to do, as are the Barbarian Mercs. You are reserves. Skirmishers, you're here, sort of, or you're going to be here, and you are going to basically do what you need to do when the initial engagements happen. So I'm going to try and use my cavalry to cut off the bowmen as usual, but to be honest, we are fighting defensively, so I feel like our formation should be enough to try and deter the enemy chariots as they come, and reinforcements should probably tip the enemy way over the edge anyway, so there's not a lot of margin for error here, but let's try and make sure we're not making any silly mistakes or having clumsy friendly fire incidents. And looks like my reinforcements are running behind, so yeah, he's delayed, isn't he? He's late. Oh well, that isn't the end of my world. I should be able to bring him down without reinforcements anyway. I feel confident in my formation, and I don't feel confident in their build, or at least I feel confident that their build's going to die. They have more Pharaoh's Guard than I originally suspected, though, because I didn't really read through their build properly, because, well, that's me. But yeah, the Desert Axes and the Skirmishers, they're not really the biggest concern I have. The Egyptian generals actually seem to be quite weak and very prone to dying. I am concerned about the high amount of Pharaoh's bowmen I have, though, and, well, regular bowmen. While I don't have any elephants, they will still be capable of dealing some nasty harm to me, but luckily we are absolutely obliterating their phalanx formations at the minute. So, for now, I am happy to wait them out because, well, honestly, they're the ones who are supposed to be attacking and they're not doing a very good job of it. I don't really see why I'm the one having to go forward, but if that's going to be the case, then I'll advance soon. Or at least I will harass the enemy for as long as I can before I commit to my full assault. So for now, I am happy just basically sending lots of artillery their way. One of you target this unit of Pharaoh's Guard by the way, one of you target the other units of Pharaoh's Guard. Either way, they are your primary target, but anything else that you do hit is always a bonus. I mean, there we go. God, yes. We are ruining that unit of Pharaoh's Guard. They are not going to last very long. I mean, what's a full unit? About 100. 161 is a full unit, basically. So, yeah, their numbers are going down quite significantly at this point. Keep up, artillery, just keep up the fire. Time is on our side. It's not on the Egyptian side. Honestly, they should really be working to eliminate my army as quick as possible before the reinforcements arrive, but they are not doing that. So, boo-hoo to them, the silly sods. Right. Oh wait, are they actually going to advance? Have I managed to bait them into advancing? Right, let the enemy come forward then. Artillery, keep on doing what must be done. Keep bringing them down, or at least they're getting closer to you, so... Well, you don't need to basically pull your... Why are you firing over there, by the way? Ooh, good shot, by the way. Ooh, another good shot there. Nice. Looks like the Egyptians are trying to seek opportunities to get around the flanks. I'm going to pull you a little further to the side, please. Let's just make sure we are fully prepared. I don't like what they're doing over there. They're up to something. In fact, they're basically abandoning this flank, but I'm not going to pull this flank away until I'm definitely sure of the Egyptians' motivations. Libyans, try and go here and try and curve the flank around a little bit. Let's try and work out what they're up to. I think they're going to try and put more pressure on this flank than anything. Slingers are in a position to do what needs to be done there. And if the enemy tries to advance with their chariots, I'm going to send... You know what, you two, come forward a little bit. Just in case. Right. You lot, get into safety now. You're in a dangerous position, so... Well, I say get away, but they still don't listen to me. Come on, guys. Don't get yourselves killed. I mean, not the general's after you, but, well, the general's gone and killed himself now, hasn't he? He's slammed into Mapoenis, and he's going to find... I mean, any second now, we're going to, you know, it's going to... Ah, they feel this general's got himself killed! And all that stuff, so, yeah, he's... Oh, no, it's just running off. Well, he's withdrawing for now. Right, you slingers, get to safety, please. I don't know what these chariots are up to. They're not the archer varieties, are they? No, they're not. Right, so they actually just don't have a fucking clue. Right, what's going on over here? We've got lots of incoming. Right, Libyan spears, meet them. Cavalry, get out of there. They're not for you to deal with. You can't deal with chariots.
This general is the perfect enemy.
Right.
He does not stand, but runs away.
They've clashed with my Libyans, but they are having a fun time killing them off. Right, we're not in a good position here. Right, sending the barbarian reserves. We're losing power on this flank. That's not good. They're getting on our rear. Send one unit along shields to engage and slow them down as well. Right, you lot don't have a fucking chance. There we go. Right, we've wrecked them. Right, slingers, let's get you back into the game, or at least try and get you back into the game. We've got another unit of bloody idiots coming in here. We're driving some of the Egyptians away. Barbarian mercs, before you get in there, hype yourselves up. Oh wait, they're pulled out. Right, excellent. Right. Long shields chase them down. You lot, try and hold your formation here. I'm going to try and get you doing some fun flanking. Right, how are we doing over here? Right, we've got enemies engaging us. Right. Sacred Band, help out against those Nubians, because I want these Sacred Band helping against these guys, really. Long shield cavalry. Alright. You two, push into them. Don't let them just sit there and mock us. I'm going to get aggressive now. We don't need to wait for reinforcements. No. We don't need them. I only put them there on the campaign map to intimidate the enemy. Right, you lot, assist. You lot, get in there. Oh, hello there, reinforcements.
Final victory?
So what I was bringing was enough for final victory, and you got... Yeah, they are AI reinforcements today. They are not controlled by me. Alright, lads, let's finish this one off quickly before these lot come in and ruin my fun, because, to be honest, that's all AI reinforcements do anyway. As much as I appreciate them, they are quite brain dead. Yeah. Slingers, do what must be done here. You Poenis, keep pushing up and putting pressure on these guys. Cavalry, we need to get to work. It looks like the enemy's pulling away anyway. I think they've had their time. Artillery, call it a day, please. There we go, right. Poenis, turn them face. You've got company there, but to be honest, yeah, you're going to push them out very quickly anyway. Right, cavalry, let's diversify our targets. One of you on the Pharaoh's bowmen, one of you on the slingers. What we're doing over here, we've got desert axis to play with. Right, barbarian mercs, hype it up and then do what you need to do. You lot, just keep pushing into them. What are we fighting over here? Pharaoh's guards. Right, how are we doing? Doing okay. They're going to wave a vote. I think we're going to win this one. Tell you what, though, Poenis, just put that additional slice of pressure on there. Barbarian mercs, looks like they're just having a lot of fun slaughtering the Egyptians right now. I think we've got them wrapped up at this point. Right, where's my general? Where are you? Why don't you get off your laurels and basically go into a big clump of units that are just sat there right for the killing? Because at this point, victory is ours. We've driven off the Egyptians one more time on these deserts where we are constantly skirmishing, but once more, another victory is delivered to me. That was a bit of a painful charge, by the way. Long shield, you do have an issue with your frontal charges. Finish them all off.
Drive them from the battlefield.
Still, my original goal was to kill Deju Times within this battle and put a little end to him, but it looks like that snake has escaped before I could account for his location. He used the chaos to his advantage and I wasn't paying attention to his location. we'll let him loose for now. Hopefully watching his army get absolutely slaughtered will have lowered his stature with the Pharaoh, and maybe a while until we see him again, at which point I will gladly obligate a rematch, and hopefully it will allow me to kill him. But for now, bring down every last Egyptian. Where are my reinforcements at, by the way? They are inbound now. But I think they've just realised that it's a bit too late for them, so yeah, but they're doing what they can. They're basically just charging like mad fools. Right. All cavalry, just keep moving up, keep doing what must be done. Everything that isn't dead should be dead at this point. Come on. Where's the border, by the way? Right, we're getting close to the border. Let's try and get everyone up to the border now, please. Everyone up to the border. Come on, keep moving. What have we got over here, right? Barbarian mercs and all that. Do you want to move in and finish off those slingers? Just do everything you can, please. I mean, we're not going to get 100% kills today, but let's face it, the more we kill, the more chance we have of basically eliminating this army. Well, we can't eliminate it because a bloody family member's still alive, but we got close. We got very, very close at the end. Well, I don't know how close we got. I mean, let's face it, the idiot general decided to charge into a unit of Poenis, as they always are so famous for doing. I don't know, is this like some sort of ritual among the Egyptians that the general must kill himself in battle by basically throwing himself into a unit of Poenis or something? Is that just like their thing? Because as it stands, it actually just comes across more as extreme incompetence. Right, come on. I don't know why we're being so sluggish to get those Pharaoh's guards. We should really be killing them all, shouldn't we? Because there are very few Egyptians left in this field. It's pretty much all Carthaginians now. I mean, seriously, we've flooded this battle map. But yeah, right. We've had a weird pathfinding glitch with those guys, as we always do. Come on. He's the last of his kind now on the battlefield. Bring him down.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Excellent job, men. You've pushed the enemy back quite significantly. Oh, wait, one of them survived. Okay, but oh well, we win anyway, whatever. 95 men escaped, by the way. That's outstanding, Agiricus. Yaharian, 2 kills. Well done to you. That's what you get for turning up late, I guess, but losses, 709, apparently, but even then, we seem to have recovered our casualties quite well, so we have done a very fine job today. In terms of stats, well, there you go. By the way, it was a Libyan spearman who got one of the kills. Who got the other kill, then? Unit of slingers. Well done, those guys. But, yeah, overall, strong performance by my men, and I am just very happy with how that went down. Good job, men. Very good job indeed.
Glorious victory!
Looks like the Egyptians are putting a lot of pressure onto Libya again, but it's still going to be a stalemate. Still, a plague has struck Sirte again, so that's always great for buggering up my purse. And the end of the term report reads that money is getting very low. Right, we're gonna have to get tighter with our spending. Or at least I'm going to say that and then not follow through. However, we are now 1 turn away from capturing Capua and ending this campaign. Or at least this campaign now ends when Baila Zora is relieved, for I will not tolerate any of my lands being under siege, but you get the picture. Okay, most advanced faction, by the way, has reverted back to Egypt. Do not know why, when they neglect their infrastructure so badly in towns like Salamis and Sidon, but whatever. And Amilcus Bulla and Jubal Bulla are now of age, so we'll go say hello to him. Amilcus is a governor for sure. And he's currently in Lilybaeum. So, board a boat with Mr. Philosia, or at least, oh wait, Philosia's carrying, right, I forgot. Well, dump those peasants, you get on board, and well done, you've suddenly been promoted to being a general, unless, well, Jubal, what are you? Oh, Jubal's all the way, what? Well, the Bulla family gets around, don't they? You're all the way in Scalabus, and you are well, you're teetotal and gloomy, and you're only really good for commanding a city, so Nabo Martius needs a governor. Hop to it. Right. Lilybaeum, well, actually, you know what? Who are you? Kyrie and Bulla, you're a general in waiting, aren't you? Oh, no, wait, you're not. Theopopides Sicarus. Theopopides, on board with Philosia. Dump out another unit. Fuck, I actually like all these. Right. Amilcus, you get to go on another voyage. You, on there. Get yourself down to the coast and do what must be done. Right, excellent. I probably shouldn't have... I probably dropped the ball on that one, by the way. You lot can be just disbanded and you can go wherever you see fit. Amilcus, I am wasting your time a lot now. Border with Hasdrubal. Syracuse, pull your garrison into Messana now. You can be shared with the you know, Zeuxis' army, who is now getting closer to being ready, so you can cease recruitment now, which will save me a couple of pennies. Hasdrubal... Firmon. I see Firmon, or basically govern the Greek city of your choice, preferably Thessalonica. But then again, Thessalonica has recovered its public orders, so that is good. We'll check in on Thessalonica very, very soon. Admiral Cat, you're not carrying, so can you just quickly sink these Britannians or drive them away? Hannah, mate, you drop off, please. Right, you into Tarentum, get governing. You've made the town very happy. Well done. You're already making me proud. How is Tarentum doing now? It is very lowly taxed, but you know what? Just to raise a bit of extra money, I'm going to bump the taxes up a little bit. Tragic, I know, but we need the money. Construction report, by the way, quite a lot of things to do. Well, I'm only going to action what needs actioning. Masilla, you may now finish off your temple chain. Oh yeah, Balazar needs a new temple, but right, we can't do it while it's under siege. Levavum, you can now improve your walls when I see fit, but then again, now wait until you're done with what you're doing, because yeah. Athens, nah, we're not interested in dealing with that. Salamis, you can upgrade your temple again. And yeah, that's all well and good. Sidon is still rioting though. It's getting dangerous for Sidon now. It's been rioting for a while. Looks like an Egyptian counterattack could be on its way. Right. Keep doing what you can in this area, but I am getting very concerned for the well-being of this town. Recruitment report, by the way, a lot of things were recruited. Right. We need to hold on for one more turn, and then victory is ours, or at least it is until we now relieve Bylazar. So we've probably extended it by about 2 turns now. It never ends for us. Abadasia, can you get moving up to deal with Amborix? So it's next turn actually we'll deal with Amborix. So it could be next turn we end it. I don't know. I'm just now very indecisive. Anyway, we've got more Egyptians flooding about like bloody bumblebees. So first things first, where did Dejatanes run off to? There he is, right.
Death approaches.
Knock him out, 54% chance. He's isolated and on his own. Finish him off for good, and then I'll bribe away whatever's left of his pathetic army. Excellent, right. That pain is dealt with, and now we have Captain Apries, who has 2 mystery units. Right, Jubal,
Yes, mighty lord.
open negotiations with him, bribe him away. 11,000 denarii, you're taking the piss, mate. Not interested, right. But yeah, he's assassinated. I'm not paying 11,000 denarii, just to get rid of 2 units, right.
Orders.
What have we got over here? We have got Captain Tauntamon, who is... Oh, it's a Nubian army, right. That's always easy to deal with. And then Achoris Ahiridus. I don't know enough about his army, but I do know he has the Crown Prince among them. Ramses Kassaros is like... Oh! The Pharaoh! Yes! Yes! He's an old bastard, isn't he? Men, I'm not interested in dealing with Crown Princes, no. When the Pharaoh himself gets involved, shit's gotten real. All forces divert to deal with him. I don't care if I'm getting greedy. This is a battle that cannot be surpassed, or at least passed upon. Oh, again, where am I reinforcer? It's taking too long to get you lot in there. Come on, the old codger's going to die any second from old age. Let's get moving. Right. Tell you what, to bait him closer, I know he's probably bringing with himself a very mighty host, but I can't sanction the survival of these 2 armies. We're gonna have to take the chance on whatever the Axorus is bringing, and we'll basically move in on him as a pair. We'll bring those 2 armies down in a mighty clash, really, and then we'll deal with the Pharaoh. Oh, killing you. I mean, seriously, I'm not even going to assassinate you because that would just be too mean. And, oh, you may have the stern face and you may think you're good, but let's face it, you're worthless. Routini's Gisco. Infiltrate. Oh, it's only a 31% chance, right. Infiltrate a different army to build your skills up. I want you to infiltrate him, and I want every last little bit of intel you can get me on him. Alright, thank you for telling me about that army, by the way. Right. Follow him like the... Oh my god, his army's pathetic! He is bringing one of his friends, but... Oh, yeah. I see Nubians. Lots of Nubians. I have artillery. Lots of artillery. What is artillery good at doing? It's good at blowing things the fuck up. Right, Admiral Daniel, you getting nice and close, please, with your troops. Philosia, try and get yourself over here, but it's probably not going to happen, but, you know, do what you can. Right. We'll set the stage for that clash, and we'll do this big clash in just a second. Like I said, the minor foe must always come first, and now that summer has rolled around, it is our opportunity to start taking a fight to the Britannians. Captain Animus, what we know about him so far is there's some chosen swordsmen and a few slingers among his army. His full load that we're still not aware of, and I feel like my force here would not be enough. So I will take basically the forces here, and you know what, you two just rock up into the army as well, and we'll keep moving up. We can engage the Britannians on the next turn, which would be a winter turn, but I outnumber him, so that should be alright. When it's closely matched, we should try and ideally aim for a summer engagement rather than a winter engagement. But to be honest, I think we're a bit too far into this campaign to be worrying about the fucking climate, because really, we're not really doing a big, long-winded campaign against the Britannians, but you know what I mean, right? How are we doing in Asia Minor, by the way? Are the Egyptians still on the move? Looks like they've pulled out, right? That's okay for now. So I guess really, without any further ado or beating around the bush, I guess it's time just to get into another clash. A big clash. A clash that will make a splash. And hopefully won't scare away the poor old Pharaoh as he limbers over with his Zimmer frame and all of that stuff. I know he's only 54, but I'm going to make his money. I'm going to insult him as much as I can because the Egyptians are an insult to me. Right. Who am I going to command today? Shall it be Yahawian or shall it be Agiricus? Agiricus, I commanded you on the last battle, so in a way it's only fair I'd basically take for Yahawian this time. But at the same time, Agiricus, I feel like your army's the slightly more well-rounded one. So we're moving to engage Captain Tartaman, and then we'll deal with a chorus after. Or should we deal with a chorus first? Well, basically both armies might turn up at the same time. There is a risk. There is the chance that the enemy may delay, though. So I'll tell you what. Let's make a chorus our primary focus. A crown prince is among them. I suspect his army will be the stronger one, whereas Captain Tortman is mainly a Nubian army. So, by the way, you don't have elephants, do you? No, you don't. Right, excellent. Right, move in and deal with a chorus now, and try and secure me victory against him. Then we deal with Captain Tortman.
Prepare for battle.
Either way, it'll be quite the clash as I bring nearly I actually bring about 5,000 men, and the enemy brings probably just over 4,000 men. So either way, about close to 10,000 men are going to be joining, and we're looking really more about the 9,000 figure. But either way, strength ratio is 3-2 in my favour. And the chorus, it looks like I'm wise to engage him first. He brings not only the Crown Prince, but he also brings Shabuka Alutis, who is just, well, another guy with a headdress. And then we've got quite a few chariots to deal with. Still, the rest of his army leaves a lot to the imagination. Well, leaves a lot to be desired, really. Plenty of slingers, plenty of desert axes, and only one unit of Pharaoh's Guard and Pharaoh's Bowmen, and a unit of Nubians. There's also some desert cavalry kicking around, so either way, he will probably fall upon my spears quite easily. Captain Tauntaman may be a little harder to dispatch because he is bringing numbers, but at the same time, if we could deal with him quickly, unify our men, and we'll make a push for the Pharaoh, he will be the ultimate end to this campaign, and the ultimate way to break the stalemate of Libya. Engage, my men, and do your best. Honest, no, don't do your best. Do more than your best today. I'm counting on you to bring down this mighty host.
Now is the time for battle. Pull on your armor, grasp your shield and take up the blade. For our enemies, the sun has risen for the last time! Now shout out to the gods! Shout your battle cries! Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers!
Okie dokie, men. Let's do it. Let's bring down the enemy. So, this is going to be a bit of a crisscross battle I've made for myself. We will be advancing from here, and the Crown Prince will be here. His death is essential, by the way. Now, he deploys in the valley, which basically means if you choose to deploy there, my artillery and slingers are in for a very fun time. Captain Taunterman will probably be deploying from over here, and our Yihawian is probably going to be somewhere over here. So it is basically the crisscross battle, but, well, crisscross. Right, anyway. Sacred Band, you are at the front. Now we must be aware there are those random ruins around, but I'm just probably here to get in my way. 3 units of Poetes will march on one flank, 3 units of Poetes will march on the other flank. I'm going to deploy this flank a little wider, by the way, just because there are plenty of chariots who are looking to be sawn up by us. So, you know, scrap them and turn them into nothing more but kindling for me, please. Artillery, you've got a perfect killing pit here to do maximum damage. Slingers, I'm deploying you here for now, but I'll move you forward in a minute. No skirmishing, please. Slingers, you're here doing your usual thing. Well, skirmishers, sorry. General, you're the Sacred Band once more. Just be wary of this flank, please. I want you to keep an eye on it. And then Long Shields, you're watching the other flank. Oh, actually no. Tell you what, we don't need. Well, I know we do need to watch this flank. I was going to say we don't need to watch this flank, but you know what? There's the risk that our reinforcements may be late, so let's just be wary. We have pretty much gone for an identical setup as the last battle, by the way, with the Libyans and the Mercs in reserve, because well, it worked. So don't fix what ain't broken, dog. Right, let's go in. Right, slingers, deploy yourselves in front of the infantry, please. And everyone reinforcements are delayed today. Cool, right, so 1v1 then. Well, for now. I guess we won't be allowed to leave until the enemy reinforcements until they turn up, or if they're more than 15 minutes late, then we are legally allowed to leave. Right, you lot, deploy into a wider formation. The Egyptians are currently skittering about and waiting to do their thing, so we'll see whose reinforcements come in first. But for now, it looks like they're all over the place. Now, I won't be able to identify which one is the Crown Prince, unfortunately, but I know he is a general's unit and he isn't the one in command. That falls to the Adhoxis, whatever his name was again. Right. Artillery, focus fire on the Pharaoh's guards, please. But yeah, he's a general's body, so if he dies, he dies. Simple as that, really. These lot are deploying pretty close to where my reinforcements will be, by the way, but we need to just observe where the enemy's going. The Egyptians do usually sometimes come on the offensive, so that may be our advantage today. We are losing off a few shots, by the way, whether or not we're getting any hits. I think the Egyptians decided to cunningly deploy where it's going to be a little harder for my artillery to hit, but then again, oh, well, I was going to say, actually, no, we didn't smack them. We took down some of their chariots. That's always a nice little bonus for me. Right, artillery, keep it up, please. And well done for doing that, by the way. Artillery, can we be a little bit more careful, please? That was fucking stupid, right? Seriously, artillery, don't do that shit, right? Slingers, shuffle your formation a little bit backwards, please, just to avoid being killed by our own artillery. Right, they're up to something over there, by the way. Looks like we've got a few of them incoming, and yeah, this actually isn't really the easiest shot in the world, but we may be able to pull it off yet. They are incoming, so right, slingers, I have you holding position for now, but get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. He's going in for a full-on charge, and oh, come on, artillery, of all the times you like not misfired, you picked a bloody good time to not misfire. Right, let the general kill himself. Seriously, like I said, it's just a fucking ceremony for the Egyptians just to kill themselves.
General flees
Well,
like a
for their
frightened
generals to do it.
child. Now attack and break the will of his followers.
Some of my skirmishers are loosing off arrows, and we've got more incoming. Right, this is a little bit weird over here, right? Libyans, looks like we've got to shore up the flanks again. Get to it. Double time it. You two, just deploy a little wiser. What have we got over here? We've got the other two generals, so that's where they're lurking. Right, don't move up to engage him just yet. Send 2 Poenis just to fan their formation out this way, by the way. I don't necessarily want the long shields engaging here. Right, we've got a lot of units trying to clash into my main line now. And the enemy general's getting out of here. Oh, he just... That was one badass Sacred Band who just fucking bitch slapped him down. Ah, Christ, here they come. Right. Poenis, redeploy and prepare for the incoming. We need to get ready to deal with this foe. Right, cavalry, don't get too far ahead of yourselves. Right. Artillery, reposition yourselves. I want you opening fire upon basically everything else. I know you can't quite fire on them because they've yet to enter the battlefield, and that's technically spawn cheating, but, well, you know what I want to do. Right, you lot, prepare to attack the cavalry. This is getting a little bit hairy now. I may have bitten off more than I can shoot, but we may be able to pull this one off here. Cavalry, get to a back of formation, please. Right, bring this map zoomed in, because I think we need to be more wary of where things are in relation to us. Right, you lot try and deploy over here. Libyan spears over here. Barbarian mercs, where are my mercs at? Mercs, you need to be here. You should have. If we can get you on the flanks, you should have a good chance at wasting a few of the enemy Nubians. Right, cavalry, if you want to play, get around their flank now. How are we doing over here? Actually, you know what? Cavalry, no. Long shields. Go pick on their desert cavalry. You should be capable of doing that. Right, you lot. Don't let the slingers sit around here and take the piss. Get rid of them. I can detect enemy archers are up to no good, so let's keep moving in, because our reinforcements aren't turning up, so we need to finish this enemy out. Oh, onagers, what are you doing? And can you tell me why you're doing it? Because what you're doing right now is getting yourselves killed. Right. This is probably one of the worst formations I've ever made, but it's going to have to hold for now. Right. Unless, can I get you two to maybe adjust your formation a little bit? Right, Sacred Band, I need you to move forward and get into a fight. Engage those Pharaoh's Guard and keep him pinned down for a little longer, right. Tell you what, you lot, deal with whatever's left of cavalry, right, you, get in there, cavalry, lure those chariots over to me, lure them to me, come on. Right, excellent, right. How are we doing over here? Right, we've got chariots just sitting around looking for trouble, right, get in there. If I don't want them just sitting there and taking a piss. Get rid of them. Mercs, push into that general, get rid of him. Libyans, do the same. Don't let him just skitter around looking for things to do. Who died, by the way? Oh yeah, that was a chorus. Right. I don't have time for checking on where the Crown Prince is. If he dies, I'm happy. If he doesn't die, we'll have to let him get away. I have a bigger prize in my sights now. Right, you, I need you on this front now. Things are getting a little too out of control, and, well, honestly, I need these reinforcements to turn up now. Because it's becoming too much for me to handle, and this is where things could go very wrong for me. Artillery, oh, you took one out. Who you take out? Shabuka. Right, the Crown Prince is still out there somewhere, but the artillery just managed to wipe one more out, and he's actually... Oh, there he goes. Oh, was that him? No, that was Tauntaman, right. That must be the Crown Prince there, then, trying to hold out on me, and he's making his getaway as well. Right, he's still in the fight. Chase him down. Slingers, you're about to die. Get out of there. Let someone else deal with those guys. Right, artillery, keep your shots over here, please. You need to be shooting over here. You get in there, help deal with those Nubians. You push in, get into those Nubians. Right. You two form up here and prepare to engage. Slingers, get somewhere else. Wait, you're onagers, right? Get back to your stations, men. Right, how are we doing over here? Right, we've got other things pushing around, and unit routes. I was hoping that was going to be like news on where the hell my reinforcements are, because right now I'm feeling a little bit let down, Yehawian, and to be honest, I'm not going to take very kindly to this if you don't turn up at all and I lose. I'll take very unkindly to it, in fact. It's just looking like we're fighting an enemy that routes very easily. The Egyptians are now beginning to take flight. Right, I'm not interested in things that are routing. I'm only interested in things that are basically trying to stay in the fight. And hello there, Crown Prince. What your face is? Slug him. He's still alive. Yes, he's gone down. Come and take the morbid. Right, Pharaoh, I've killed your son. That's ridiculous of me, but either way, I've killed your son. What are you going to do? Attack me? Because I know that's what you were going to do anyway, and I look forward to dealing with you. I've lost my long shield cavalry, by the way. I have not been micromanaging them effectively enough. Like I said, I need these reinforcements. Things are getting a little bit too out of hand for me. Right, you, turn. They want a fight. Give them a fight. You, start pushing into this formation. Do what you can. Right, what have I got left? We need to regroup, lads. We need to regroup. We're getting way too disorganised now. I've got artillery just fucking jacking off all over the shop. But they're not really hitting my own things, so I'm alright with them for now. I've got a unit of Pharaoh's Guard trying to do the sneaky on me, so right. They're not looking at me. I know they have the spears down, but they're not looking at me, so get a back charge so we might be able to push them out. Come on, push them out! Got them down to shake, and I know you can rout them. Yes, you're proud of them. Excellent, right. Right, lads, we need to play for routes. Do not just walk past an enemy, by the way. If you see an enemy, engage him, right? We're pushing them out, we're pushing them out, we're pushing them out. Right, cavalry. Deal with all these missile units that are just blobbing up over here. And oh, now you turn up.
Reinforcements have come, and your strength grows once more.
You have a bad habit of turning up late, don't you? And it's not really very productive for me. Right, the Egyptians are trying to regroup, so we need to rebuild our formation. Our reinforcements are still, even if they have arrived, they're still very far away. They're too far away to be of any effect to me. So, right, let's try and salvage this battle over here. Cavalry, we may need to jump on top of this regrouping foe over here. Let's try and get units back into a regroup position. Artillery, keep trying to snipe the enemy. Skirmishers, I do thank you for your service. Libyan spears, you're going to get pincered. Get out of that. Alright, no, we're going to rout. I was going to say, when I was an incoming pincer movement to absolutely eliminate them. Right, I think some of the Egyptians are pulling back now. I did hear someone say pull back, so I think at least one of the armies has now withdrawn from combat entirely. You lot, bring these Pharaoh's Guard down now. Just get rid of them. I don't have time for buggering about with them. Those lads are on the run, right? If they're on the run, fair enough. Let them run for now. We can deal with them another day. What I don't want to be dealing with is a major defeat because I am losing a lot of men right now, and that does not bode well for me. It's all well and good that I'm getting reinforcements in, but well, it says I've only lost 23%, but let's face it, that's taking into account my allies. Honestly, I've probably lost well over half my men at this point, but that is really just due to, well, I've been fighting two armies without reinforcements. Reinforcements are sweeping in now to basically bring relief, but I am not particularly pleased at how late Yahawian has turned up, and this is, honestly, it's a repeating habit with him now, and it's not acceptable. It really is not. If I had a way to discipline him, I would. Unfortunately, I do not. If he was faction out, I'd obviously disinherit him, but he isn't. So, yeah. Right, Nubian spears, they're all getting away. I think the Egyptians have they've broken off. They're in full flight. It's just really now a case of just mopping up whatever's remaining of the enemy forces. So, let's get in there, mop up whatever's left, and call it a day now. Oh, if only Yahawian had tragically died there.
They are running from the battle in terror.
Right, what hasn't been chased down by me yet? I mean, I've only got 2 units of cavalry in my service anyway, so I'm not exactly doing very well for cavalry. I mean, those lot, I'm not going to catch them. They've escaped for now. Still, what a very disorganised battle there. Somehow I managed to hold out. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine as to how I won this battle, because I feel like I had very little control over it, but well done, I won. Ta-da, I guess. But honestly, in a way, I probably would have lost. I think, in a way, maybe the arrival of my reinforcements had forced the Egyptians into a retreat, but even then, this was way too close for me. It's not frequent we have defeats anymore, and I'd rather keep defeats to a minimum. Still, another day, another victory. Now we prepare to face the Pharaoh on the field. He will be an excellent foe to bring down at long last.
As enemies, these men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
We haven't a hope of catching what's left. We'll call that a victory now, please.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Still rated as a decisive and clear victory, so that's a good reward, I guess. But as you can see, my losses were pretty severe. We lost close to 1,000 men, probably about, we lost somewhere in the region of 700 men today. We really, Yahawian, oh wow, you didn't have a single casualty. I wonder fucking why. Still, we killed 3 enemy generals in that battle, so you know what, that is still a very good result in itself. Taunterman's army has been halved in its strength, but I didn't really have a lot of time to really focus on it, but it weakens him, and they may split up, so we may be able to chase one of them down. Still, my men definitely put in a very strong performance. I'm seeing a lot of kills around here. Very few men, failed to make the effort. One of the onagers didn't get a lot of kills, but when it's onagers, then that's kind of understandable. But, yeah. We did a good effort. We killed a lot of men and killed 3 generals. So you know what? I take that as my result. That'll have severely blown the enemy's morale down. Maybe there'll be a nice little follow-up, but we must prepare now to deal with a pharaoh.
Glorious victory!
Very glorious victory indeed. And by the way, that was my other famous battle in the year 129 BC with Admiral Cartenna and Captain Shabakta. Agiricus, by the way, now has a shield bearer, but his force is weakening. It is because we took very heavy casualties in that battle, so I am merging what I can merge, but honestly, Agiricus, it's getting to a point where we're going to have to get you in for reinforcements. However, we may be able to chase down Captain Kakasham, but it'll put you within range of Ramses. I don't approve of that. However, you may be capable of bringing down whatever's left of Tauntaman and Apries, so I'm going to put you in their range, and you can deal with him on the next turn. That'll be more appropriate. Yahawian, you may try and move in to chase down his reinforcements. You'll be just out of a range of a pharaoh, so let's see what comes of him. Xenophani's you're in the area. Daniel, you can drop off next turn, or can your army hop on Sean now, actually? No, they can't, right? You'll hop on Sean next turn. Right, so I've got all my reinforcements coming in, so that should be the pharaoh wrapped up. He will be a fine end to this campaign, should that happen. So, let's admin this turn and prepare for the next one then. So, Kydonia, where are we up to? First things first, get rid of that. Replace it with a nicer shrine. Go for... Actually, yeah, go for Tanit. No, I said Tanit for the growth, but you know what, go for Milkat. I would prefer that you had the, the growth and the trade. Well, not the growth, the trade. Rhodes, you may work on some more units for myself. Keep the Poenis coming. Halicarnassus, keep that garrison growing. Sardis, you are fine. Pergamon, you can always keep building that garrison up, so maybe a few more skirmishers. Oh, slingers, please. Yeah, Nicomedia, you're fine. Just because of the money shortage, by the way, I'm going to put a hold on all non-essential construction now. Sparta, you're fine. Corinth, you're fine. Athens, you're fine. Larissa, you are fine. If a little under public order blues, but 1 unit of peasants will actually cure that for now, so that's good. I'm going to try and unclog that soon. Himlico, I want you to move in now and deal with these rebels, by the way. Get him out of the way. You may get assistance or you won't. Right, well... take 2 Iberians from this city, by the way, just to help you out. Right, move in and deal with him. Oh, I've got no slingers, by the way. Oh, well, we'll just blow them all up with my amazing cavalry. Right, anyway, it's all peltasts and skirmishers. Cavalry should be able to wash them over. Poenis, if they can get their speed up, should be fine. So let's just try and get in this one. But I will use my Iberian infantry to screen and take all the fire anyway. He's not worth the effort, lad, right. Iberians, we're going to use you as a screening force today, and that's not really something we look at a lot. So today's lesson in today's random rebel battle is How good are Iberian infantry at screening? Or what is screening? Well,
Infantry.
it's letting someone else take all the fire for you, right?
On our way.
Poenis, you're behind.
Skirmishers.
Skirmishers, you're somewhat behind. Your big shields actually give you a nice anti-missile bonus, so you're okay. Cavalry, you should know what you're doing. Right. So where's the enemy today? They're over here. Right, you lot. Move over and screen. Do the screen. Do the screen thing. Peltasts, move in and engage their lighter skirmishers. You're not gonna. It's not really worth putting you against their heavier peltasts, who are just gonna try and resist you with their bigger shields. Poenis, begin moving in, please. So I want you to move in and form up here. Cavalry, honestly, you could bring these guys down so easily. So just get yourselves ready. Have yourselves a little ways uphill so the enemy has a harder time hitting you, and also when you charge, it's going to give you a minor speed bonus probably. Right, Iberians. Oh, they're falling behind a little bit, which is a little annoying. Right. Got the militia cavalry inbound as well. Looks like the enemy wants to come forward. Right, you lot still need to continue screening, so keep it up. Cavalry, I recommend maybe turning around a little bit because the enemy's going to try and target you. So let's just get you to safety. Right. Iberians are now going to take the brunt of the fire. They're gonna break so easily. But right, Peltasts, try and get some shots against the militia cavalry. Iberians, keep moving into form up. Just keep screening. Right. Cavalry, try and poke their flanks once more. Skirmishers, you know what you're up to. Basically, yeah, Iberians are taking the flak. These guys shouldn't have a lot of ammo, by the way, but yeah. It's all about keeping my Poenis safe, because what I don't want is a weak unit of Poenis just getting absolutely mangled. Right. Iberians, give it another go. Skirmishers, I want you to have another go at it. Right, cavalry, we're going to break their flank. Get in there and break those peltasts as hard as you can. Right. Infantry, keep moving forward. Poenis, draw your position and hold it. Right, I'm letting my peltasts have a go at it now. They're getting a fair few kills. Right. Iberians, move in to engage here. You lot, do not skirmish. You should be fine. Looks like the enemy's panicking, so they've just realised you're under attack. But there, looks like Iberians are okay screeners. They basically get mangled and then they have to engage. But looks like the heavy peltasts are not doing too well. I think my Iberian infantry might be a bit pissed off actually about all the shit I've just put them through, so that's probably why they're fighting a little better than usual. Alright, cavalry, move in and engage. It looks like I didn't really need the Poenis around, but then again, I think they make good moral support. Peltasts, call it a day. Don't want you hitting my own men now. Right, I need one of you to definitely help out there. I don't want to be suddenly losing my Iberians to militia cavalry, who I know are a missile carry, but they tend to expend their missiles quite quickly, so if we're lucky, they've probably already run out. Right, anyway, looks like the enemy's just going for a full-on skirmishing battle today, so right. Try and move in on what you can. Actually, no, just move on these ones, but yeah. The enemy is a coward, it turns out.
The enemy general was a fool. He sacrificed
right, have your fun,
himself rather
peltasts.
than leading his men to a
There we go,
dignified
right.
defeat.
They're going to reform, they're going to be very steady, but right. Just do what you can against them. I mean, there we go. We're bringing them down very, very nicely. I mean, there we go. Boom. Boom. Just volley after volley after volley after volley. Right, move in and kill him. Go for the kill.
As enemies, these men
Finish
are
them all off,
perfect.
lads.
They are running from the
There we
battle
go.
in terror.
Still, Iberian infantry do make a somewhat decent screening force, it seems. You can use them to get killed by missiles, and it actually pisses them off and seems to hype them up a little bit. And then they fight even harder for you. It's very backwards logic, but it somehow worked today, so well done me. Anyway, that's a nice little satisfying session of killing rebels. Now let's prepare to do some killing of the pharaohs. Well done, men. You've done your job. I'd have you head up now to the front lines. Those Iberians have a future ahead of them. Well, I'd say that, but they need retraining first, so they actually don't. Iberians, get yourselves back in Firmon and you can be retrained. You lot, though,
My liege.
head for Thessalonica.
Move out.
Byzantium calls
Great
you. It wants
Ready
to be
to sail.
sieged. Right.
Set sail.
You lot, move up
Boats
north
completed.
and prepare to do what you need to do. You will be dealing with Britannia on the next turn, and I think we are just about in a position where we can end this turn, because we've pretty much done our fighting here. We've split our forces up into where they need to go. So let's quickly administrate, and then we can call it a day. So yeah, we were pretty much around in this area, weren't we, anyway? So, Bylazora can't do anything. Apollonia, you're fine. Salona, you're fine. Segestica, you're fine. Levavum, yeah, we're still waiting on that building to happen. Batavium, well, I think we could use maybe another unit of Libyan spears in that up-and-coming army of yours. Mediolanium, oh, for fuck's sake, I want to call it a day on these peasants, but I can't, right. Aretium, yeah, you're fine. Arimnium, more Sacred Band, please. Rome, you're working on Sacred Band. Capua, your next turn now. Wow, those units are getting weaker and weaker. They might actually try and fight me, though. That'll be an interesting last stand now, because I basically built a million siege towers. Croton, yeah, you could need just to retrain what you got here, and then maybe work on a few more Poenis. Right, Masana, you're the only town now that should be worrying about troop production, so,
Ready to sail.
yeah, but I've got you, you're on your route now, you are on your route. Masana, what do I need? Got a lot of Sacred Band now. Slingers and missiles and Libyan spears will be enough here, so that's what we're going to work on. Lilybaeum, you're good for now. Send your Libyan spears up to Masana because I said so. And yeah, so let's. Oh, by the way, hello there, Akades. How can you waste my time today? Amulcus, Interfapsus, by the way, get your men retrained and prepare for your next moves. And you will just have to wait until you're in the queue. Or better yet, while you're in the queue, make yourself useful. You can go and deal with Akades, right? Carthage, you need to work on additional Libyan spears and Poenis. Poenis because I misclicked and I'm just totally not covering up that really badly. Certa, you're just in plague, so I'll leave you alone for now. Tingy, please work on some war elephants. Demidi, you can work on additional Poeni, and you know where you're going, Captain Jubal. Yes, you do. Nepta, you're fine. Yeah, we're pretty much there now. Let's just make sure our frontier towns are continuing to work on units to help repel the British threat. So, yep, and Condate Redonum. Keep producing a unit of Iberian a day. Will keep the Britannians away. And Limonum, I honestly want you to start getting on this as well, to start producing some Libyan spears. Nabo Martius, if you could also maybe produce a few units for the war effort as well, that'd be great. Excellent, right, I think we'll call that a turn then. There's nothing pressing here to deal with. There's no horrible red well, Bylazar is unhappy, but then it gets under siege. Who would be happy when you're under a siege? So, for now, I think we're going to call that a turn. And most importantly, let's see where the Pharaoh of Egypt is going. For the timer is about to run out for my holding of Sidon. However, certain circumstances can push me to extend this deadline, especially when the Pharaoh puts his own neck on the line.
Leaving the army.
Alright, got a few people leaving the army, but let's hopefully that's no one useful. Anyway, Sidon's rioting does not get much better, and Capua fell. Yeah, looks like Rome decided not to go out with a heroic last stand, but more like a pathetic mule as I moved in. Well, put them to the sword and help yourselves to the loot, lads. We've been robbed of another climactic battle as usual. It seems to be how it goes. Retrain what you can and then prepare for further orders for myself. But then again, oh, no. You don't get to run, Ramses. You have to die. Right, men? Oh, I'm going to have to plough through these Egyptians first. Right. We're moving and plough through those, but I am not allowing that Pharaoh to escape. He goes down. Right. Who's carrying armies? Daniel. I've got an idea. Make sail for Libya. We're going to intercept the Egyptians. But Spy, you need to keep tabs on where he's going. And thank you for pulling off a successful spy mission on him when I knew you only had a tiny chance of doing it. You still don't know a lot about him, but I want you to make sure he remains isolated. He's probably running for Siva. What do we know about his army still, by the way? It's all Nubians. If you didn't...
My liege,
Agiricus needs to deal with that captain, right?
Mighty
Philosia,
General.
you need to be coming in
Forward.
as you do your
Out of
bottle
move,
cat. We're
great
gonna
lord.
put everything we can onto chasing down Ramses. That's the goal now. That is a goal before we end this campaign. He must die, or at least face us in battle. If he escapes, then that's fine, but he must face us in battle at least once because he's a coward. Sidon, how close are we to getting you out of... Sidon's nearly got variety out of its system now, actually, so we should be okay in there. Editor report back, we're losing a little bit of money still. Ramona wants to marry Juba Sonitas. He's got no traits whatsoever, though. I don't like denying marriages, but you know what? I have a lot of family members now, and to be honest, your CV's pretty blank. But he's still publicly loyal, so it makes him hard to bribe. But then again, bribery isn't really a thing the Egyptians have tried against us. I'm sorry, it's I decline this marriage, Juba. You're not good enough. Death stalks the land, by the way. How annoying. City grows. Lemonum, you finally grew. Right, well done. Build your royal palace, and then I bet Beth build your walls, otherwise I'm going to start looking like a hypocrite for certain things I've said against the Egyptians. Captain Aminus is leaving the area, that's fine. Captain Theododecles, move up forward. Conde, Samabarai. Oh, by the way, we already know that Samabaraiva has a garrison, so a weak garrison. That might be a fun target for us to take. By the way, we're advanced again. Faction announcement. My Tony Sonita's passed away. He was our diplomat somewhere in Armenia, and then it's just all retinue, right? Construction report, anything for me to action? Yeah, Conde Redonum, you need to upgrade your temple, but you can't. Instead, work on a city barracks, please. And then Tara, need to keep you up to speed on stuff to start working on a militia barracks. And then Apollinia, you can now start working on a better port. And then Sidon, you can upgrade your temple, which I've already set you off on. Excellent, right. That's all well and good then. But we have got a few more troops hovering around. Looks like Paimu Alexander's... Oh, wow. How much eyeliner do you need, Pamiu? Sorry. Too much is the answer to that. And again, he's 57. He keeps his hair black. It's probably a wig.
Orders?
Right, yeah. Anyway, recruit report. Yeah, lots of stuff was recruited. Resistance is futile. Yep. Trait increase. Martinez is now sneaky. And we've got rebels popping up all over the place. Right, that's annoying. They're just Briganza, and they're not worth my attention. But the Egyptians have made an incursion towards Pergamon, right? Pergamon's garrison isn't doing too well at the minute, but then again, at the same time, this will be a Sally Forth battle where we come into our own against the Egyptians. It's mainly all chariots and Pharaoh's bowmen. What do we have so far? Plenty of Poenis, plenty of slingers. We need more cavalry, and we know Libyan spears. We'll have to send for relief from Nicomedia, or Nicomedia's garrison could march out theoretically, curb stomp them this turn, and then go home. Leave the Sacred Band cavalry behind. We'll deal with him this turn. So I'll deal with that in just a second. Nicomedia will be in a bit of a miffed position there, but if we switch to growth, it isn't going to do anything for us. That's a bit of a dick, right? Well, peasant it up for a little bit, or slinger it up. Peasant it up for a bit. But do work on some slingers anyway, please. And then, yeah, just peasant it up. Right, that might work for us, but either way, we must get rid of that Egyptian threat. Right, yeah. He's trying to run away. Maybe I made a wrong move by making an example of his sons, but then again, well, that's what happens when you send them on to battle. And you know what? I thought that would spurred you to fight on, you know, avenge your kids. Instead, you turn tail like the coward you are. You really aren't worthy to be Pharaoh. Yahawian, bring down this rabble of Egyptian troops now. Captain Nefertari, but maybe a bit tricky, but you know what? Oh, wait, you can't do it till next turn, right? Well, try and deal with that rabble next turn. Agiricus, move in and finish off Captain Tauntsman. We couldn't give him enough attention last time, so this time I'll give him all the attention he wants as I slaughter him on the field. Strength is free to do in my favour. I slightly outnumber him, and what he has is Nubians, Pharaoh's bowmen, and a unit of chariots, and one unit and a bit of Pharaoh's guard. He should come down relatively okay, just provided we can flank and attack his archers in a good amount of time.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road lies through the enemy's ranks. Show no mercy as you cut them down! Now to arms! Harden your hearts and think of your loved ones! Think of all who wish to see you again! Think of these and we will have victory!
Okay, man, let's get on with it.
Await my orders.
And once more, we find ourselves in a familiar territory. We're back in the Stone Desert, but we're more on its border today. Still, it always provides us with a brilliantly fun tactical challenge, but this time we've got this side to use, so we're going to stick to this side and keep out of the stones entirely. Then we're not going to be in such a horrible position. So, the enemy does lack flexibility pretty much everywhere today, so we're pretty much just going to advance as one line. Circleman, you can join the line, by the way. We're going to go for the Papaeus line because I can. The Libyan Spears, you are not a part of the Papaeus line, so please remove yourselves from it and just remake that, please. But we should be able to maneuver any units into those chariots as I see fit. General, you're of the Sacred Band. Long Shields, you're on your own. And Libyan Spears and Barbarians, you are in reserve as usual, but you will have the skirmishers with you. So we'll be here. Artillery, let's get you opening fire ASAP in this battle, please. So let's get you ready. And then Slingers, you are at the front. And then that's about it, really. So, right, let's get into this one. And the enemy deploys all the way over there, like the annoying brats they are. Right. Looks like some of our artillery is able to open fire. So, right, you lot, reposition yourselves so you can open fire, please. We'll bring these enemies down quite effectively today. I have no doubt about that. I mean, there we go. Our first shot's already going out. And I think that was... Oh! Was that a hit? No, it wasn't, right. Artillery. Try to target the Nubians. Or the Pharaoh's Guard. I'm not quite sure where they are. Oh, there they are, right. Target the Pharaoh's Guard. They're the most valuable target they have. But it looks like we'll have a pretty clear approach. But now the enemy is not advancing forward, so I don't need to adjust my formation. In a way, I should err on the side of caution and do that. Slingers. Change your formation up so you're facing the enemy in case that we need to be, well, deterring them. Artillery. Oh, hello. Yep, see, here they come. Right. Sacred Band, get ready to fight. Slingers. And again, I think they were just reacting to my Slingers. Right, Slingers, just keep it back a little bit. Good shot, by the way, I saw there. Right, Sacred Band, you are ready to deal with those chariots if they come in. Slingers, try to keep some pressure on them. Try and get a shot out on them. And oh. Right, you are targeting the Pharaoh's Guard, by the way. Right, Slingers are going to chuck a few shots out on them, by the way. So hopefully if... Oh, I think we killed someone there. Or at least we hurt someone, right. They've gone away, right. Slingers, move back up. We might be able to lure them back into the battlefield. I think if we could try and take one out, then that's going to be excellent for us. And ooh, there we go. Pharaoh's Guards are getting weaker. That's excellent. Keep it up, up. Ooh, it's just not your day now, is it, Pharaoh's Guard? I swear to God, that was a homing shot we launched off there. Oh, that was close, right. Tell you what, one of you try and target that big fleshy unit of Nubians there, by the way. So you might just accidentally hit those very, very tiny Pharaoh's Guard there. Did have Pharaoh's Bowmen among them, didn't they? I mean, we've got a unit of Slingers, but they're usually quite inconsequential. They're only annoying if we don't keep tabs on them and they try and find somewhere where they can start flanking us. Yeah, there is a unit of Pharaoh's Bowmen, my most beloved unit in the Egyptian roster, just hanging around, and now they're up to no good as well. Right, we'll fight. Oh, nice one on the chariots, by the way. We burnt quite a few of those horseroos down, and I like that quite a lot. And oh, excellent shot on those Nubians there. Every direct hit counts. Right, Slingers, I think you're going to have some company, so prepare to open fire on them. Or I would send some cavalry over to... You know what, yeah, I could send some cavalry. Long Shields, get into position. This is for you. Heavy artillery basically pounding the centre of the enemy formation, so we should be relatively safe in terms of getting intercepted by my own artillery. So you know what, cavalry, see if you can pull it off. Get a good shot out against those Pharaoh's Bowmen. I know they have another unit watching over them, so that's why we're going to go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, or in and out once, really, either way. Impact on them. There we go, bringing their numbers down quite satisfactorily. Right, they've got a good morale, so you know what? Pull yourselves out for now. You did a good job there, bringing a few of them down. Let's bring in the general as well. You do a bit more of an impact. Right, slingers, open fire. You pull into the rocks where you're going to be harder to track down. I think they're just going to come in and fight us, actually. We've just got their swords out. What a load of weird losers. Right. Anyway, slingers are doing what they can now just to try and get a few bonus shots out against them. Right. Going for another kill. So Pharaoh's bowmen are now pissed off and they're going for you. Right. You lot, get back. I'm sending the cavalry. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Artillery. This is not your fight. Come on. Go find something else to do. So it's the artillery. No, artillery. Turn, face, deal with something else. Come on. If you're not in range, go get yourself in range. Don't just go and try and assault all my own units. That's not how we win battles, is it? Right. Brought those guys down quite effectively. That's the Pharaoh's bowmen neutralised for a little bit. Cavalry, kill what you can before they escape into the hot zone. And there is a sandstorm incoming as well. That's always brilliant for us. Right. Tell you what. Move out for now. Move out for now. We're done. Well, we're not done, but you know. We've weakened the enemy for a little bit. We've shot those guys back. They're sending some Pharaoh's guards forward now too, I think, just to tell us what they think of us. So, prepare to open fire on them. And, oh dear, you poor Pharaoh's bowmen. You've been shot again and they're opening fire on us. Right, what are they trying to shoot? They're going for my slingers. How very, very nasty. Oh well, have another one for you then. I don't think that killed him. Well, that definitely killed. Oh no, I think he. Oh wow, you lucky person. Right. Artillery, go back to opening fire on those Pharaoh's guards, please. Right. Slingers, maintain your position. Actually, you may be able to get some good hits out from where you are. So for now, we'll hold our position. We'll prepare to do some more harm against the enemy. For now, we've still got plenty of artillery ammo in the bank. So I think for now, we'll just sit and wait because that was a good hit. I just saw go out there. Looks like now they're sending a few more things forward. So, right, slingers. Prepare to open fire on them. Artillery, you need to keep focusing on the rear of the enemy force. Oh, there goes the captain.
The enemy general was a fool! He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
Artillery, please be more careful. When I say fire at whatever's in the rear, I say fire whatever's in the rear. If you can't reach it, get into a position where it's in your range, because I'm not having you two just sit around and try and blow up my own men. Seriously, it's not that hard to try and get into position, right? Onagers are doing what they can. We've got these guys in a route anyway, so if the slingers can just get a few more bonus shots on them, that's absolutely fine. Guard formation, by the way, slingers. I don't want you advancing out of your positions, please. Right. Doing excellent now. Right, artillery, keep your pressure upon whatever's left of this army. This captain, what was it? Was he still Captain Taunton, by the way? Yes, he was. Captain Taunton or Captain Taunton or whatever you want to call him. He now lies dead. Good news, very good news. Right. Keep trying to bring his army down. Looks like, what's he sending forward now? A couple more Pharaoh's bowmen, right? Long shields. You know what you're doing. Get out there and hit them. Oh, wait, I heard head for the hill. He's pulling it out. Right, cavalry, get moving. I didn't even get to give him a proper defeat. Oh, well. Cavalry, mop up his archers. Artillery, call it a day now. I'm letting the cavalry mop this one up. Right. Not quite the satisfying victory I wanted, but you know what? If he's going to be a coward and run away, so be it. I've brought him down for now. Right, keep moving in, men. Keep moving in. Well, I am tempted just to let him go for now because it's all anti-cavalry speary shit. Well, alright, bring down Pharaoh's bowmen, it's always fine. So, yeah. Right, bring them all down. Come on.
The enemy flee!
Finish them off.
Them from
Come
the
on.
field and give them no rest or pity.
Finish that loser off. Don't let him escape now.
Victory is yours!
Oh dear, what's going on over here, by the way?
What
a loser.
And worthy.
Yeah, because the enemy can't even navigate a rock. Well done, right. Well, bare minimum of losses, and we was more damage, Captain Tantamon, but his army still escapes us. Still, the good captain himself is dead, and he's retreating away. The Agiricas give chase to him. I think you'll be staying in this fight for a little longer than scheduled now. Assassin. What are your odds of killing him? 4%. Try and see if you can chase down his cohort and bring him down. Jubal, try and bribe off whatever's left here away, please. Not happening. Right. Keep moving.
Out of moves, sir.
Right, let's see anything else that's going on, right? First things first, Admiral, do you want to deal with Admiral Wah, the Wahama pirate? I don't even know what a Wahama is, so I probably made that up, but, right, that's dealt with. Excellent news. Right, hold your position there. I'm sending Admiral Daniel in with reinforcements. Maybe we could try and take Alexandria or something. That might upset the Egyptians. Philosia, by the way, make your landing at Antioch and prepare to assault the city, which will happen next turn. Right, you keep moving south. Still, in a way, I want to bring down this pharaoh, but am I going to intercept him in time? If I do not intercept him within the next hour or so, I'm going to allow him to escape, which will be painful, but at the same time, my objectives are achieved for now. Sidon is well and truly held, or at least I want to hold it until basically the public order isn't so shit, but we are getting to that point now where I have achieved what needs to be achieved. I'm having a few public order issues in Greece. Right, well, before we deal with those public order issues, first things first, do you want to move in and assault Captain Amborex? I know it's winter, but you know what? He hasn't replenished ever since we dealt with him last, so we're going to bring him down for proper this time. Captain Himmelkar will be under my control today, and yeah, he's still pretty weakened. He managed to somehow recover some of those warbands, but I think it was because they ran away. So, fight it on the battle map, do what you can, and, well, I look forward to seeing some dead Britannians. They're not worth a speech, lad. It's just a scumbag army, right? Phalanx it up, move in. I'm very confident in your abilities to bring down the enemy.
Final victory?
I think they will be, because the Britannians won't make an offensive move on us, so I can basically bring in the slingers. Slingers over here, Poenes, you could just be at the back. And basically, I will just wait for the slingers to arrive. So that's going to be a very, 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 very fun period of waiting, isn't it? Methinks I'll cut this bit out. Oh, by the way, literally as soon as I said that, I mean, I haven't even cut anything out now. Yeah, they're fucked off, right? Sacred Band, give chase, but I doubt you'll catch them. Still, ta-da! Siege relieved. All you have to do is look at them menacingly and not even lift a finger. See, they're not that good at the end of the day.
Your skill.
Narrow victory, apparently, by the way, but then again, I'd say that's a clear victory or a crushing victory because the enemy just didn't even bother turning up. Well done, me. Right, so that's the Britannian cowards dealt with, and Bylazara's public order goes up a little bit. Right, join the garrison for now, keep building you up and get yourself retrained, and then we'll prepare to deal with those Britannians. Right, Thessalonica, I thought we dealt with you. And now you go and ruin your public order, and it might be because everything needs retraining. So retrain everything, please, and then try and just hang in there for a turn or two. You, Captain Hasdrubal, go to Bylazara and disband yourself over there, please. And yeah, right. And also get rid of those peasants. I'm not tolerating peasants in these cities, and yeah, it didn't bother the public order, so we're all right. Right, disband those peasants as well. They're being forcibly replaced, but right, Chermies, keep moving up into here, by the way, and just because I want to get things going, because, like I said, I have put basically a time limit on chasing down the Pharaoh, who is a coward. Let's deal with Captain Sekhwemi now.
Engage the enemy!
Okay, so it's a strength ratio of 6-5 in my favour, because it's Agiricus the Conqueror who's leading, who is, well, faction heir, if he's a bit old, and basically, yeah, like I said, it's quite a lot of chariots, a few pharaohs gathered, pharaohs bowmen scattered around in there, so it's a bit of an odd build, and it's very chariot heavy. I do have plenty of counter cavalry though, so I should be able to bring those to heel. So let's fight this on the battle map and do what we can to stop this little incursion into my rightful lands. Well, I say rightful, I just really kind of conquered them, but I still now claim them as my own.
A battle's never easy, but then it's not meant to be easy. It is a testing ground for men, for noble men, and even the lowest of us is ready for this test! Now shout out to the gods! Shout your battle cries! Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers!
Okie dokie then, let's get going it. Right, let's begin the deployment. So, first things first, Poenies, of which I have quite a few. So I'm gonna have, let's see, how many Poenies do I have? I have 5 of them, well 6 of them actually. So 3 of you will make up one flank as usual. I think you'll pretty much know this build off by heart now. But 3 of you on one flank, 3 of you on the other flank, and then Sacred Band will go slap bang dabbly do in the middle because I have enough Sacred Band today. So Sacred Band, you're here. You would think actually this is like a glaring weak point because I know while the Sacred Band are considerably stronger, there's less of them. So if you were to break this, you basically go right into the soda bottle that is my formation or something sexual like that. And you guys line up like so, and then I'm really dragging this campaign out, aren't I? You think with all these extra battles I'm fighting, it's basically I'm basically implying to you I don't want to stop playing this campaign because I'm loving this campaign, and maybe I'll just play until I rule the entire world. No, but seriously, I won't be doing that, unfortunately. Right, Libyan Spears, you are in reserve / watching the backs. You will move in and deal with those chariots as they come in. Skirmishers, you're in the centre, you know what you're doing. And Slingers, you are way at the front doing your usual business. Right, let's bring this enemy army down. Skirmishers, widen out your formation, please. Onagers are opening fire upon our foes. Because we've got, we've got basically the mid up. Yeah, and as usual, they are having the usual thrilling experience of killing all their own troops. Right, you know what, Slingers? It's not even worth it. Just get back. Yeah, because as usual, we have to go through the usual tradition of the enemy general throwing himself against our front lines and killing himself. Such a noble tradition that we keep alive. Fucking beautiful.
The enemy general was a fool! He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
You will never find better AI than you will in this game, I tell you that now. Right, Libyan Spears, I'm getting a little concerned that the enemy's trying to flank us over here, very, very obviously. Let's get into a position where we can say no, 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 no. Artillery focus fire here, please. Oh, then again, we're running out of things to fire at. Right, try and focus fire here, then, please. And once more, there we go. A few more chariots killing themselves on my flanks. Right, Pharaoh's bowmen are looking to cause me some trouble. Right, General, let's nip this one in the bud. And what have we got coming over here? Right, we've got quite a few desert axes. Right, long shields, go and deliver them a nasty blow, please. See if you can bring them down. There you go. You did an excellent job there. Right. Go do the same to the skirmishers, or basically just play around and kill everything. Oh yeah, we've got Nile Spears. They're a rare sight. I was honestly wondering, did some of my Poenies somehow fucking defect? Right. Go deal with those guys. Libyans, you've made a very good frontier there. Right. Go deal with the Pharaoh's bowmen quickly. Plow into them, then we'll let the chariots come and kill themselves. Honestly, I am expecting any second now the Egyptians will retreat. Right, you keep playing with those Pharaoh's bowmen. Artillery, focus fire towards the back of the formation. I've actually got some Nile cavalry, which may be a slight threat to us, but so far it hasn't proven to be a threat to us. Right, you lot maybe pull it back a little bit, just because those chariots are eyeing you up, and I don't want you all just to get skewered. So but now they're basically trying to make sure they've protected their archers, so they're actually being a little bit wiser on that flank. Right, you know what, you lot just pull back to the formation, please. You Libyan Spears, can you just pull over here and just protect our flanks? I've got the Nile cavalry trying to look for an entrance now. Right, how are we going over here? Artillery, you're pulling forward too far. Get yourselves back. I don't need you clashing into my formation. artillery, just keep it up. Just basically hit anything that's trying to get away. If I keep my cavalry under control, I don't need to worry about, you know, things like my cavalry, like, killing themselves. Skirt slingers, where did I leave you, by the way? You're all the way up here, right. I don't have a use for you anymore. Just call it off for now. Tell you what, go over there, then maybe you may be able to find a use for you. But for now, the enemy looks like they're trying to pile up on this flank. If I get control of that flank, then I should be able to deal with what was going on here. Because I think right now they're just trying to divert a load of bowmen. Tell you what, cavalry may be able to kill off quite a few of them before the chariots react. So, because right now they're just making a very, very, very strange line here. So, you know, I've already spooked some of them off. So let's try and spook a few more off. Keep it up, then. So it looks like over here we're doing okay, but we've got some cavalry inbound. Long shields, just pull back into there, just to be safe for now. I don't want you getting caught in any engagements that wouldn't be good for you. Circle Van cavalry are pulling back to the line now because I don't want to engage forever. Agiricus, I would be a little wary if I mean those chariots are up to something. I mean, I think they're holding the purpose. Yeah, now it's going to be in, right. Get yourselves out of there, lads, because I don't want you dying just yet, Agiricus. I mean, I think they're doing something, but I just can't weigh up what they're up to. It's very, very unorthodox what they're doing. Right, anyway, we've still got a lot of Egyptian cavalry and chariots just running around looking for things to do, and by the way, everything's just dying to the sacred band, so we're very secure here now. Long shields are not having a fun time obeying orders, but they seem to... And that's what you get for not returning to the formation like I asked you. Now, get a shift on before you do find yourselves even more dead, right? Artillery, I'm not very happy about what you just did there, but I'm gonna let it slide right now because I'm feeling generous. Right, artillery, zap down whatever's trying to get away now. I think we've won this one, so let's just call it a day on this little incursion. Hopefully they return back to their lands, and then I can forget all about it because, yeah. At the end of the day, they got caught out by me. So, let's just speed this one up and finish it off. Or at least I say finish it off, but the lag. It's always terrible whenever you're playing this game. Triple speed is just an absolute ball sack, right? Keep chasing, men. Keep chasing. We've nearly won this one. I'm going to keep telling myself that, just to affirm that truth in my head. Right, just be wary. The Pharaoh's Guard are always up to no good. I want them to run off there, but... Run off. Yeah, there you go. Hit for the hills. Right, don't get tangled up with those Nile spears. They're not fun customers, right? Just pick on anything that basically can't fight back, is what I'm saying, unless we could... Oh, wait, no, right, Nile spears are officially broken. Now we can play with them because they won't fight back, see? You just only fight them when they can't fight back, and that's a very interesting trio now. I was just kind of getting distracted by it. Where's that tree? What an interesting tree that is sort of just slightly out of our sight. Can't see any wonders near here, unfortunately. I mean, the Temple of Artemis and the Halicarnassus dude is way over there, way off somewhere. Is that a Black Sea we see over there, by the way? What a view. What a view. Right. Lads, chase it all down, finish it all off. The Egyptians, once more, predictably run away. It's almost becoming like a process with these guys now. It really is. Right, is that a lot of them? Excellent. We win, and yeah, look at that. 112 kills to them. What a washout for them. Agiricus, you truly have conquered the battlefield today. And they go all the way back to Ankara, right? Get yourself back to Nicomedia next turn, and I don't want to deal with these rebels, but fine. Right, you lot, sally forth and deal with them, because let's just get rid of them now. But I have more important things to do. Haven't learned anything more about them? Oh, it's just all peltasts again, right? Send me some slingers and cavalry, and 2 units of Poenes. Not even worth sending elephants out on, because these guys have a bonus against elephants. That should be more than enough to win this battle. I should sense... Well, I don't have any Iberians to do the screening, actually, so that isn't going to happen. Right. Get in there and deal with this one nice and quickly, lads. The ones who are on the borders do not warrant my attention right now. There's no trade fair to speak of, and to be honest, they can actually just somehow delay the Egyptians.
This night we will
Right,
feast.
let's get moving, lads. Right, Slingers, you're up front. You're actually going to be the screen now, but I'm really going to use you to basically blast the militia hoplites into bits. You lot, you know what you're up to. Basically, every unit should know what it's up to. Right, 2 units over here, by the way. Captain, you're on your own. Right, let's get this one over done. It's a bit deserty over here, isn't it, by the way? And again, I guess we are somewhat in the Cappadocia area, and the enemy is going for a very, very odd formation today. Right, let them get into a formation of their choosing. I'll give them the time to deploy. Or if I want to run off, then that's fine. No, we're just going to deploy on this angle instead, right? Because they always have to go on an angle. Right, man, swing your formation round, please. Simple as that, really. Right. So, here's how we're going to play it. Poennies on the hill. Slingers on the hill. Cavalry up here, and another unit of you up here. The enemy is going to move in, but looks like we're not going to move in too quickly. That's fine by me. What we're sending in first? The general, who is just a unit of militia cavalry. Right. He's going to probably fire at us, but if we can get into position quickly. How close are we to being in position? We are almost there. Slingers, you're not quite in position, though, are you? Because you've kind of cocked it, so, yeah. Slingers, open fire. You slingers, just get into your position a little wiser, please, and do it as fast as you can. Right. We are opening some shots upon the enemy, but so far we're not really getting a lot of bang for our buck, because the enemy is just being extremely disorganised. Right. Slingers, move up and prepare to attack. Cavalry, get moving. Units, get moving as well. Just everyone get moving, really. Right, Slingers, you get 1 unit of militia hoplite each. Simple as that, really. 1 unit of militia hoplite each. Bring them all down. They may try and bring their peltasts up to argue with you. If they do, well, the peltasts get to die. Simple as that, really. Well, we are probably going to take quite a bit of damage in terms of our own men, but, well, that's going to be the way it goes this time around. Right. Get ready to attack, men. Hit whatever you can. Sekoban cavalry, you know what? Keep moving around. You may be able to keep the enemy pinned if we just basically keep watch on the flanks. I think that's gonna deter them from advancing upon our positions. I may even send a militia cavalry to try and engage us, which would be a very foolish engagement. These guys are probably looking to attack us now, actually. So you know what? Send a unit in. If they want to get adventurous and find out what it's like to be near a unit of Sekoban cavalry, well, we'll give them the most up-close tour ever. You lot, get on their rear flank. You lot as well, get on their rear flank. Let's bring them down now. We've already cascaded 2 of their units. Slingers, don't skirmish. Just keep doing what you're doing. Cavalry, just blow up everything here. Leave the militia hoplites with the slingers to deal with. Simple as that, really. Right. It's like we've just closed on a really nasty trap on the enemy, and, well, I kind of just made this one up, but it was just kind of a thought in my head. I don't verbally announce all my traps, you know. Right. Here we go, right. Slingers, pull back to the line, and then get a few more shots out, please. You're doing very... Oh, wait, they're pulling back. Get some more shots in, there you go. See, we're basically faking them out all the time. We're feigning our retreats. I mean, I'm not really feigning them, I'm just basically being reactive to what the enemy's doing, but right. They've pulled out, right, you lot. Pull onto those, pull onto that unit. And then we should have this one all A-OK and wrapped up. Right, cavalry, a little bit careful now. No. Ah, fuck, they magnetised. They actually magnetised onto the enemy. I hate it when my enemy gets... Well, when my cavalry gets magnetically attracted. Right, they've all broken. Right. Slingers, call it off. Cavalry, finish them off. You are in combat with something else. Right. What's going on way over here about... Oh, yeah, the militia cavalry can't be caught because they're militia cavalry and they're fucking dickheads, right? Just keep chasing them. They'll fuck themselves up at some point. So I think they're probably just going to try and win on terms of stamina, but let's face it, they will actually just run out of morale or something. Like, just, honestly, just keep chasing, right? All units, just chase down those militia cavalry now. Just best, yeah, he's won, right. End it, because I'm not in the mood for dealing with them. Here we go, another victory. Well done, mate, right.
Victory!
And have routed away for good, right, good. Make your way back into Sardis, retrain whatever was lost, which was just a couple of slingers, and then that is a-okay. Right, let's admin this turn then before we end it, because there are no more battles to do here, unfortunately, but we are basically moving in, you know, we're basically going to have our wagons rolling. So, let's prepare a unit of additional Poenis for Abdoniel's army, please, and then let's go with Kydonia. But then again, actually, I think I'm going to, yeah, you know what, I'm going to call it an off on construction, right? Just because, for the purposes of time now, and also because I really want to catch that Pharaoh, we're just going to worry about recruitment on this. We're alright here in Sidon. Salamis, yeah, we're alright. I have my spy boat, so tell you what, get on board with Bodestadt. Get yourself set up. I shouldn't have set him off here, actually, because he can't move through coast. Right, back on the boat with you. I'll drop you off near Tarsus or something. You can do what you need to do over there. Right. Halicarnassus, get me more Poenis. Sardis, you're fine. Pergamon, you're recruiting. Nicomedia, you're recruiting. Sparta, keep it over Sacred Band. Corinth, more slingers. Athens, more Sacred Band. Larissa, yep, you're fine, except you're recruiting loads of peasants, but it's because you have to. Captain Himmelko, you know where you're going. Larissa, you're fine. Thessalonica, you're just doing a lot of retraining. Bilazori, you're fine because we've relieved you this turn. All these towns are fine. Here are some more bandits, but I'm not dealing with them now. I'm not interested. You spy, start. Ooh, hello. There's their stronghold, Loviska.
No more moves, my liege.
Well, that's where they've got a big army set up, right? So we want to avoid that, but I really want to focus on Agridecomates and all that stuff, right? Levarthum is working on its barracks. Batavium, more Libyan spears. Mediolanum, you're fine. Arretium, more cavalry. Arimnium, yeah, you're fine. Rome, more Sacred Band. Capua, yeah, keep on retraining, please. And Tarentum, you're fine. Well, no, you're not really. You need to be recruiting, so more Poenis and more Poenis, and then you lot Poeni, and an Onager, please. And then you, Captain Theododecles, you're going to try and move in on Samara Breva and try and get me a nice little assault going on that city. Lemurnum, more Libyan spears, please. Nabomatius, more Poenis. And Condet Redurnum, a few more Iberians, please. Right, that's all excellent. I'm not interested in recruiting in Iberia anymore. You are still heading for Nabomatius. I have some peasants somewhere as well. Captain Bodnalcar, can you... Tell you what, drop yourself off in Nabomatius and I might be able to get that close to growing, so... Head over there and I'm going to disband your units there. I might be able to grow you there because I'm not interested in sending you anywhere else right now, so there you go, right. Didn't quite grow Nabomatius, but it's basically now on the brink of growing. Tingy, you're working on elephants. Demidi, you can work on some elephants as well, if I'm honest. Cirta, you're just still at play. Carthage, yeah, you're fine for now. Well, not really. Get some more Sacred Band cavalry on the way. Valhalla, oh yeah, you're going to deal with these rebels, aren't you? Wow. Thapsus, you continue with the last of your retraining when we're setting off next turn. Valhalla, move in, scare them off. Tell you what, just send a little detachment to deal with. Yeah, just send a detachment to deal with this. Literally send in your war elephants, yourself, your cavalry, and honestly, it could just be done with cavalry. Yeah, just send in all your cavalry, really, and that'll just be done. I mean, it's not even worth sending any infantry, so we'll just split you up. Get in there, deal with it. Maybe I'm getting cocky and I'm going to get myself killed. Well, if that happens, then it happens. But let's just make this one nice and quick, for we are running out of time to catch that runaway Pharaoh. Get deploying, lads. Right. All units are going to move forward. It's going to be simple as that, really. Right, the enemy's over there. Right. All units, simply, this is like the most trash tactic I've ever come up with. Run really fast at the enemy and slaughter them. That is literally all I'm going to ask you to do today, even if it is going to warm you up, but yeah, we should be alright. I mean, seriously, it is actually the literal most trash tactic I've ever come up with in my life, but it's how I'm actually going to win this one, because it's just so weak, but... Like I said, I don't like leaving things to chance, so even if I'm just having to do it like this, I don't auto-resolve. Right, elephants, you can move in and do what you want. I think my elephants are actually out of archers, and by the way, I lost fucking loads of long shields. Well done, long shields, you still prove yourselves to be absolutely pathetic in battle.
The enemy general has been killed! Now we will see the measure of his soldiers'
But I think with respect, I did send him against the enemy general's bodyguard, which was actually a unit of long shields. So, especially a 1v1 in long shields, and my long shields lost. But that's because they're long shields, and long shields always lose, so whatever.
And all
Yep, right, we win. Only thing I lost were some long shields, but hey, I was heading for retraining anyway, so to be honest, that is actually no loss to me whatsoever. Right, back in the formation review, and await your next turn where you're going to get to go and retrain. Lepsis Magna, work on some more Sacred Band for me, please. And that is actually the turn done. Right, well, let's move on to the next turn and see if we can get close to slaughtering that Pharaoh who tries to evade me. Right, a couple of Britannians on the move, but it looks like there's nothing of importance. But I want to know. Yeah, there's obviously some rioting. And Ramona wants to marry Mahabal Illipa. He actually has something about him, so he gets to join us. And he is in Carthage. Right, well done, you. Yes, he's come. Ramses has owned up to. Oh, by the way, here's another guy. Back in the Velociraptor. Right, but. The final battle is now upon us, my friends. The Pharaoh has shown his face in battle. Yahawi and Mainika, somehow it has fallen to you to kill him as well. You've let me down a lot recently today, but this is actually your ultimate chance for redemption. So,
Sire!
I want no errors. I want that Pharaoh dead. I am trying to send additional troops over to your location, but unfortunately reinforcements will not be with you. So, you have one shot at this, and whether or not he dies, this is in fact the final battle we will be doing on this campaign forever, and that'll be where we are ending it. Just so you are aware, by the way, Sidon has finally unrioted, and it has joined up with us. Well, you know, it has now been absorbed next, so I will put a hold on all peasant recruitment now. We will just retrain whatever we have left. I'm going to disband those peasants, because I don't want them, and I don't really want these peasants either. I'm going to disband them as well. They're not worth... Well, it's not that they're not worth my time, but I just don't need them. Right. Chai-Series is now going to work on improving the town, and we'll expand the garrison as well. We can add in an additional unit of Libyan spears into this garrison, please. Let's quickly jump through our end of turn notifications. Lay siege to Antioch because, hey, we're in the neighbourhood, so... Hold the town to siege. We may as well say Antioch becomes ours because of the way it's going, but we don't have time to siege it tonight, unfortunately. And flash flooding has actually hit somewhere, so plague still afflicts Cirta, and yeah, Pergamon has flooded, and it's killed a lot of our troops. So let's get you guys out of that zone and back into the city. Everyone in the city, by the way. Or at least everyone but the Libyan spearmen in the city, and then one Libyan spearman gets to go in the city, and then one Libyan spearman gets left out. Right, you head for Pergamon. Nicomedia's right should calm down following this, so we can get rid of all this peasant recruitment now, and we can just focus on repairing and retraining. Right. Good. By Zalora, by the way, can we eliminate that temple, and can we start working on a better temple, please? Even if it has caused some sneakiness. Work on a shrine to Baal. We'll get our secret police HQ next turn, and then we'll just basically get the shrine next turn. Right, end of turn report. We have money. Captain Boris is in the area, and ooh, looks like the Britannians are actually sending something. Brennus of Mamukium is on his way, and they've also made an incursion over here. Captain Caradog is on his way to challenge us at Levarvum. So it looks like Loviska is Britain's seat of power. It is their capital, actually. So Loviska is their seat of power. Were this campaign to continue any longer, that would be my primary target for my campaign against them. However, ooh, we're sending a bigger army here. Captain Taximalagos. But yeah, like I said, this is in fact where it pretty much ends. I am going to send you to assault Samo Bareva, though, so you can put that to siege if you want. Faction as survived where Alcipa was born, and then it's all retinue expansions. And then construction report, here's lots of things that were built, things I will deal with right now. Sardis, upgrade your temple to a maximum so we can start recruiting Sacred Band. Cyrene, please do the same. Right, that's all well and good there. Here's some recruitment, marriage celebrations, yep. Another marriage takes place, and Mahabo Ilipa joins the family. But this is where it all ends now, my friends. It's been a very long road, hasn't it? But the road does have an end, and that end has a corpse on it, or at least I hope it does. And that corpse will be the pharaoh who started this entire war against me. Well, not everything against me, but you've been a thorn in my side for a very, very long time, Pharaoh Ramses. You've been constantly dogging my steps as while I've been trying to finish off the Romans, but you decided that once I liberated Africa, you wanted to take it off me. Well, I'm taking your empire off you now. And while the battle for Libya may not be resolved today, may not even be resolved for years, because it always seems to be a stalemate, I will at least have the pleasure of ending your life today. Unless you choose to retreat. Either way, Yahawian, move your troops in to assault him. He will have reinforcements inbound, but we can deal with Captain Tukatakanawami later. For now, our prime target is Ramses. Our strength ratio is 5-3 in our favour, and he is a very inept commander, by the way. Yahawian is somewhat of a proven commander, if a very non-punctual one. So, his army, by the way, is once more Achoris Eurygetes will be marching alongside him. He brings, the main body of his army is pretty much all Nubians, many Nubians, with some Nubian cavalry. There's a unit of Pharaoh's bowmen among the mix, and there's also some Egyptian chariots in there as well. I would have liked to have brought a better and bigger army, probably made up entirely of Sacred Band elephants and, you know, the best of the best, but unfortunately, Yaharian was the only guy who could catch up with this guy, and because he's prone to running away, we have to take this opportunity now. So let's bring the Pharaoh down for good. I mean, let's face it, the Egyptians do have that rightful ceremony in which they throw themselves on my front line, so hopefully that just happens. But at the same time, that'd be an embarrassing way to go out. Captain Tuktakamwe, by the way, who will be reinforcing, is nothing really to be concerned about. He will be bringing an extra unit of chariots as well, so we best keep those in check. But for now, let us move in and do the ultimate deed to, well, let's just say this has been a bit of a stalemated war. This could be our tipping point.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road lies through the enemy's ranks. Show no mercy as you cut them down! There is no shame in being scared, but fear should never be your master. Now cheer, you noblest of men, and sound the advance!
Okay then, you highly noble men. Let's do it. Let's do the deed and finish the enemy once and for all. Well, it's not once and for all. Killing this pharaoh just means he'll be replaced with another, but bringing him down is still extremely satisfying to me, and it will show the Egyptians once and for all we are a force to be reckoned with, and we will keep pushing, and we will keep improving upon every performance we do. Every victory is an improvement for us. Right, first things first, all men deploy at the back of the field. Let's arrange our formation. I want nothing to go wrong in this battle. How many Poenis am I playing with today? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Poenis. Right, and that is all. Poenis, you will make the front line. We are dealing with a very heavy front line today. There are a lot of Nubians. Now, I know there are chariots, so 2 units of Libyan spearmen will take each wing. Now, Libyan spearmen are basically, unfortunately, not complete kryptonite to chariots. However, they are very capable of slowing them down. I'm putting additional spearmen on this flank, however, just because there are other reinforcements coming from that direction. Sekoban cavalry, you deploy on this flank. Yaharian, you will command the long shields on this flank. Artillery, you will pound the enemy into submission before we advance. If you happen to kill the Pharaoh, you'll be given the highest commendation that I have able to give. By the way, let's deploy a little bit closer, by the way, just to make sure the artillery is well within range. Or even if you can't kill the Pharaoh, if you could basically wipe out as many of those Nubian spears as possible, that'd be fantastic. Because they are in very high number, which could potentially prove to be disadvantageous to us. Slingers, you know what you're doing. You're always doing the same thing you're doing. Skirmishers, I really should have more of you in this army, but for now, it's just you lot. Right. Like I've said, men, I cannot understate how important this battle is to us. Victory is the only acceptable option. The death of a Pharaoh is the ultimate option. If he escapes, we'll try to chase him down. If he escapes with good, however, then at least we have cemented in our knowledge and in our propaganda he is a true coward. Bring him down.
The enemy have brought up more men! Send them to the afterlife!
Okay, let's prepare to fight this idiot. So the Pharaoh is currently, well, he's not retreating yet, but he's going to deploy far away. Or is he just gonna run away outright? I hope that is not the case, but I do know what the case is. He's going to move his formation so he can deploy alongside his reinforcements. He's going to make one super formation. And because he's so far away, I'm going to have to allow this to happen. So, we need to move forward. Men, we'll make up a position along near this road. So, let's move up about here. And then we'll move from there. So, let's put ourselves here. Slingers, if you could come up to here. Then Libyan spears, if you could come up to here. And my other Libyan spears, if you could come up to here. Artillery, it says you're opening fire, but could you just get a move on? I don't necessarily want you opening fire upon those chariots. They're not really going to get you anywhere. Cavalry, yeah, you know what you're up to. Just get a shift on, please. Right. Cool, so we pretty much have basically rebuilding our formation once more. Everyone's moving up except the skirmishers. Now they're moving up, and then we should be good, really. The enemy just wants to make a bigger formation. They just want to try and get as many men as they can in a close enough position so I can wipe them all out. But where are you, Pharaoh? Where do you hide? Is that you? Old man? Or are you the other one? Because I know you ride with your allies today. Not your Britannian allies, they'll be brought down in due course, but either way, I'd like to think that your card is stamped. You'll be brought down in a most bloody way today. Once my men are in position, of course. And you only make me do this because you're so lazy. You don't want to fight me at all. I know you don't. I know you were retreating across a campaign map. I don't know what's convinced you to turn around and, you know, fight me, but I assume it's you fallen for my goading. My endless calling of you of a coward, and we're still not in range. Right, that's not great, right. Looks like we need to move up a little further, so we'll move up to this road, and that's about as far as I want to move up. So, right, all men, start moving up a little further, please. Come on, give me that a little bit. Not really, right. No, that's back to front. Right, come on. Yeah, movement controls can still be a little bit awkward. Right, that'll be close enough. Right, artillery. I want you there. Spears, I want you here. go. And then skirmishers, I want you up here. Right. Keep on pushing forward inch by inch towards our enemy. Towards the Pharaoh, towards the prize. That's all you are to me now, you're a prize. Bringing you down will bring me so much satisfaction. Right, artillery, the enemy is advancing. Can we open fire? Well, you can open fire apparently. No, you can't. Well, you are opening fire, so I don't know what you're firing at, but just fire at whatever you can fire at. Yes, we've got Nubians attack. Right, attack the Nubians. Bring them all down. If you kill the Pharaoh, it's 1,000,000 points, but I'm not going to give you time to specifically target him. Where the enemy is going to begin making their formation, going to begin making a move, and here comes the general. Yes. Well, here comes a general. Looks like he's been elected to take part in the ceremony today. Right, slingers, I want you to move back because, let's face it, these guys are very committed to their movements forward, so get yourselves out of there now. Quick as you can. Quick as you can, quick as you can, quick as you can. They're not going faster. Guys, I said run. Oh my god, slingers, you idiots. Oh wait, we're routing to slingers. Okay, okay. If you want, that's fine. Slingers, get back in position. If you were proving yourself in front of... Oh wait, that was Nubian cavalry, right? I was going to say, was that the general? I thought it was because it was cavalry. I forgot you actually field other kinds of cavalry, Egypt. I am so sorry. Alright, slingers, fall back. The enemy line is advancing very, very rapidly. I think the Nubians just want to fight. Which, if I want to do, then that's fine, because I enjoy watching them get wrecked. Cavalry, let's get ready to do some flanking maneuvers. So, cavalry, let's get you up there and ready to go. Slingers, I'm pulling you back really mainly for your own safety. We are taking a little bit of fire from some Pharaoh's bowmen who are lurking somewhere in this battlefield. Right, slingers, I'm redacting your fire at will privileges. Chariots have now just charged right into a line of Libyan spears. Libyan spears, guard your positions, by the way. Do not give any quarter. Do not move away. Do not break your duties. That's the general there. Give him a shot. Oh, I really thought I was going to get him there. Here he comes anyway, the Pharaoh himself. The big man, the big Pharaoh Ramses. Taking part in the... I mean, even the Pharaoh is not immune from taking part in his duties. Libyan spearmen, help him on his way. They all have to do it. They all have to throw themselves into a formation that's going to get themselves killed. Bring him down. Kill the Pharaoh, kill the Pharaoh, kill the Pharaoh. Where is the Pharaoh? I can't see him. There he is. Right. The man who brings him down will be paid 10,000 denarii. I will make that happen somehow. They've been spearing a bit of a tight spot now. Right. I need to send someone else to help him on his way. Oh wait, cavalry, what is that? Some sort of really shit attempt at flanking. Stop them. Right, we're losing that flank, however. Right, slingers. Help. Skirmishers, also help. Cavalry, prepared to do some additional flanking. I've got too distracted dealing with that Pharaoh, who is now annoyingly beginning to make gains against me. Okay, Sacred Band Cavalry, I'm not tolerating this. That Pharaoh must be brought down. Slingers, maximum pressure. Someone just died. Right, Akorish died. Right. That's all well and good, but we need to bring down the Pharaoh for good. Find and kill him. Right, we are losing ground towards these Nubians. I was worried that their numbers would prove extremely disadvantageous for us, and I think I'm being proved right there, but one of them is routing. I think that's the other one, right? You, on your stations, you. Wait, are you not on your station? Guys, on your stations, come on your stations. Don't abandon your stations, right, you. Turn face, get on that Pharaoh. He must die. He's gonna run. Yes! The example has been set. Right. Okay, Egypt, your beloved Pharaoh, who, if I'm right in believing, you tend to have this habit of thinking he's basically God on Earth. Well, just call me the God Killer now because he's dead. Alright, men, we need to recover this battle now. The Nubians may get a little bit fanatical, or they won't. Right, let's recover this battle because I have been a bit silly. I have not been micromanaging as effectively as I can. Yahawian, I don't want you dying in this battle, please. We are fighting among a bloody bristle of spears today, but right, let's try and keep the contact with these spears down to a minimum. But I think the Egyptians may run at any second. I think they're going to retreat. I mean, we've got quite a few on the run already, so let's try and push them into maximum pressure. Right, onagers, open fire on those units over there. Sacred Band Cavalry, let's try and pull back over here. I need to definitely try and reform some stuff here. Right, let's see, Libyan Spears, let's get you back into this area here. Slingers, try and get a couple of pot shots out here. You two, just push into those Nubians. One of you, try and push into the flank of them. Remember, they're a phalanx unit. They will always be strong from the front. General, let's try and get you around their flank. Right, you, get around their back. You, try and pull over here. We've just got so many bloody spears over there, but it's just stupid. I'm losing ground there, though. Right, come on, lads. Give me the final battle I deserve. Every time we try to end this, we get robbed of a climax. This time we are bringing down every last enemy. If they want to run, they can run, but let's make sure that their survival count is as low as it can go. Right, General, I want you to help out over here. We've got these guys nicely surrounded, and now they're ready to run. Libyans, reform and prepare to fight again. Let's get some of you casually flanking as well. Yahawian, I don't want you making some sort of noble sacrifice now. Let's keep you in the fight for as long as possible. Right, you lot, close in. Basically attacking from many angles with many men. We're going to really bring them down. Artillery, you're in a bit of a vulnerable position, I know. Just try and keep your hopes up by attacking. Slingers, move in to attack as well. General, let's keep you around here. The Egyptians are well and truly running now. Go and help out those desert axemen, they're not worth our time. So just push them out now, because yeah, a simple cavalry charge is usually enough to make them run away. Right, you lot, I want you in a group now. Let's get you heading up here and helping out. Right, General, keep chasing down whatever's running away. We've got this one under wraps now. We've killed so many enemies. We've killed the Pharaoh. His elite royal bodyguard is all broken up and destroyed, even though, well, let's face it, your bodyguard was pathetic, Mr. Pharaoh. You bring the cheapest and trashiest units. You bring all your lovely Nubians, and you let your captains bring about, you know, the Pharaoh's guard and the mighty chariots of Egypt, and yet, what are you, committed to poverty or something? What are you, like, seriously? I think you are just pathetic. I think there's a reason why you only have one command star. It's because you didn't have a bloody clue what you were doing, wasn't it? Right, keep moving in, men. Finish the job. The Egyptians are in flight. All units of cavalry that are not moving, get moving now. We've won this one, well and truly. The Egyptians are, well, they are still something, but you know what? Killing their Pharaoh is the best way I can end this on. Him gone, as well as with nothing else in the siege right now, we've called this one our victory.
Them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Keep it up, lads, keep it up. Unfortunately, I suspect we won't be rewarded with a crushing victory, but if we are rewarded with a clear victory, that is still all well and good. Either way, bring every last man down. Maybe turn and deal with these guys as well. Basically, just, let's face it, we won't really deal with an enemy that could. Well, I was outranking me. I was outranking them. Right, turn face and deal with those guys. You lot, come on. Let's not have any pathfinding fuck-ups now, by the way. Let's try and keep those to a minimum. If you're just going to screw up, just leave them alone, right? Those slingers have escaped. Right, well, fine, fair enough. Whoop-de-doo for them. Right. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Right, you, move in. You, bring down whatever's over here. What is it? What are we bringing down over here? Is it another Nubian? Oh, it is another Nubian, of course. These things are like fucking so common, aren't they? Right, slaughter them. Down we go. Right. Finish off whatever's over here, and we have won this day for good. Well done, Egypt. Your Pharaoh lies dead.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
I can take it not being a crushing victory because I overpowered the enemy anyway. Still, he now is dead. And he doesn't get a fancy pyramid burial. No, he doesn't. I think we'll lay his body down at sea with concrete shoes or something. Still, Ramses Cassaros, Pharaoh of the Egyptians, my new arch nemesis, is now dead. Yehawian slaughtered him on the field with 530 kills to his name, and everyone else was just really pushing it today. We obliterated these two armies. They are down to absolutely nothing. Our losses were quite significant, however. We lost over 1,000 men. I attribute that to maybe my micromanagement was a bit lax because I got a bit too caught up in trying to bring down the Pharaoh, and there was really simply just so many Nubians. I think they did try to overwhelm us with their sheer numbers. But at the end of the day, we brought them down. We were a superior army. And we always will be. We will always be superior to the Egyptians. And then Caesar goes on about some stupid shit, but let's face it, he'll never be around, because I wiped out Rome, and well, let's face it, we're now in a position to wipe out everything else that they love. Who's this loser by? But Ramses Cassaros, I thought you died. Oh, that... What do you do? Undie?
Ours, mighty one.
Wait, he's fading out.
Ready. I obey.
Okay. So Ramses Cassarius, by the way, somehow undied in battle, right?
He shall be extinguished.
How odd.
Sire!
Who's nearby to
My
bring
liege!
him down?
My liege!
Because
Onward!
this is an
No more
insult.
moves, sire.
Okay.
Sire!
Daniel,
I, great
drop
lord,
your men off here,
can do that,
please, or
sire.
wherever you
Yes,
can.
mighty lord.
Where can you drop your men off? Are you like, not... Are these all
Sire!
cliffs or something? Right. Daniel,
Aye,
where's
great
your
lord.
nearest drop-off point? Seriously, like, where is your
Can't
drop-off
do
point?
that, sire. Aye, my lord.
Yeah, there's a lot of cliffs in this area, right?
Can't do
I know
that,
his drop-off point is
sire.
actually over here,
Aye,
so
my
right.
lord.
Timmerson, well done. You get to go and
For
attack
sure.
Seal or something.
No more moves, sire.
Yeah, that is very
Mighty
odd.
general.
Ramses Cassarius
Forward.
somehow cheats the grave. I'm pretty sure I saw him die, though, but
Mighty
okay.
general. Forward.
Cyrene, oh wait, Cyrene can deploy a garrison, right? Cyrene, deploy all... Oh, wait, we're
Mighty
not
general.
going to catch him. But then again, we could catch Captain Teos and bring him down. Right. Looks like it's bringing down... Oh, wait, right. We can't deploy any infantry. Fine, we'll kill him with cavalry alone. Can we bring the elephants? We can bring the heffalumps, right. Bring your cavalry in. This is going to be a risky battle, but you know what? It's the Pharaoh Part 2, Electric
Forward.
Boogaloo. There wasn't any other cavalry I could bring by the way now. Right.
Orders!
Can you make your move now? No,
Engage
they
the
have
enemy.
to wait a turn. Right.
Engage
This
the
annoys
enemy.
me. This annoys me greatly. The Pharaoh continues to insult me by living. I am willing to go a turn without administration, though then again I will administrate only what is most essential right now, but then again I've got Britannians on the doorstep who are going to start sieging me, and then I'm going to continue this campaign, aren't I? Hey. I will let any Britannian sieges slide for now, because we can infer I would deal with those. I'm going to auto-resolve anything that happens from this point on. I killed that Pharaoh, we all
Orders.
saw it happen. He will not just simply rise from the grave to give himself a second chance, if he likes to call himself
Orders.
a god on earth. No.
Orders!
He comes down now.
March.
So,
March.
whatever is super essential will now be dealt with. Larissa, what can I do to make you better? I can give you more peasants. Thessalonica, I can retrain your garrison and basically hope that you just don't rebel, but you are going to rebel, aren't you? Public order is recovering, so we might get away with it. And there's nothing to build, unfortunately. By Lazara, I caused that, so we're working on that anyway. Croton, taxes as low as they can go, and there isn't really a lot I can do. What temple are we running in this joint? Milcart, right. Yeah, not a lot I can do there. Right. Let's end this turn one more time for the last time ever. Sure, the Britannians may lay siege to us, but we will deal with them another day. Well, I say that, but when it's going to be never, unfortunately. That's the chapter we leave upon, the next chapter. But for now, I feel a little offended by Ramses and his tendency to continue living. He finds himself stranded in the desert, so let's seal his fate once and for all.
Leaving the army.
Oh, we can't transfer any units. Stay where you are.
We're surrounded.
And we got in. Oh, wait, hey, hello, Windows 10. Thank you for reminding me I must update my system. Can we maybe not do this right now? Ah, that is always brilliant, isn't it, folks? I'm now worried the game might crash, so I'm gonna stop and start recording just in case. And one more time, please, because Windows 10 did in fact crash. So once more, thank you, Windows 10. Turns out you were the true final boss of this campaign.
Leaving the army.
Oh, and I have to do this again. No, thank you. And this again.
The sea.
Oh, and this time the Britannians didn't siege everything. They could lay their hand. Well, alright, they did lay siege on Segestica, but this time they were a little bit more lenient. So, am I supposed to thank Windows 10? Probably not. I'm actually tempted to deal with this guy anyway, but it all depends really on where the Pharaoh is. Has he slipped through my fingers? He hasn't. Excellent.
Sire!
Okay, I guess we can do 2 more battles. Right, I'm not interested in all of this for this time around. This is going to be purely and simply dealing with the last attack of the Britannians. I guess really we could try and kill off the first family member who has tried to insult me. Well, my army is extremely weak, so this is going to be really more of a simple sally forth. I don't have any troops that could make it to the battlefield in time. Well, theoretically I could send a small cavalry squad and have them lined up at the walls of Segestica, so that might just tip the odds in my favour. But for now, all troops could use sally forth, and yes, I did send a small cavalry squad through, so this might be enough to bring this guy down, who brings, well, looks like we get to deal with the lovely barbarian warlord spam technique, as we deal with Brennus of Mamikuyum and Dumorix of the Iceni, or he is an Iceni. So I guess he's a true Britannian then. And it's going to be 3 warbands and a oh, well, actually, those chosen soldiers don't count. Okay, I probably didn't even need to send a reinforcement. Right, let's quickly have a quick 1-2 against the Britannians, and then we'll bring that scumbag Pharaoh down for good this time. Now, what game is it where you kind of killed the final boss and then he didn't die? Something tells me it was an Assassin's Creed game, actually. And I'm leaning towards Revelations. I think it was that big Turkish dude. Remember Shikulu? Shikulu! Where you stabbed him like 1,000,000 times in the neck and he still wouldn't fucking die. I'm pretty sure it was that guy. Or it was someone else. It might have been the Pope, actually. I remember at some point you kill the Pope. And he doesn't do a very good job of dying. Anyway, looks like the enemy has actually brought some chariots forward as well. Because the Warlord actually does not fight as a horseman. He fights as a chariot. And I very stupidly forgot that is actually the case in this game. Still, my artillery will have a lot of fun pommeling his forces. Skirmishers, you line up near the walls and just prepare to open fire. And you two are counter cavalry, so you'll be marching out as a pair. Right, cavalry as well. Let's face it, these chariots probably are not as strong, by the way. Well, actually, we do have blades, but if knowledge serves me correctly, these are definitely nowhere near as strong as the chariots that the Egyptians bring, so we should be able to bring them down.
The reinforcements are here, but will they be enough for final victory?
I don't know. First things first, artillery, could you open fire upon the enemy? Reinforcing cavalry, from who has been very kindly donated by from Batavium, make your way over here and prepare to open fire upon the enemy. Still, we're going to do what we can with the artillery first, and then we'll move in for the final kill straight after, so let's see how much we can get done. Right, the enemy has actually moved outside of our ranged. I suspect they may also run away. Artillery, by the way, is completely incapable of leaving the city. Right, Slingers, you'll be taking the lead then. So Slingers, get out of here and prepare to do what must be done. Poenis and you two, Libyan Spearmen, you're going to be acting basically as a coordinated unit together, so we're going to get you deployed out here, and then really, I'll do what I can with you, but I honestly can't do a lot with you. Skirmishers, you also join in the mix because you still have some uses to me. Oh, by the way, I have a 3rd unit slingers who I've abandoned somewhere. Oh, by the way, whoa, artillery, no, that's a no-no now, that's an absolute big no. Let's not do that, and also, untriple speed it! Right. Slingers, start harassing. Skirmishers, you can do what you can do. Right, Libyan Spearmen are going to take the brunt of this one, but I'm sending some skirmishers in just to keep pushing them back. Right, Slingers, hold your position here. I don't really want you engaging in this one. Cavalry, can we maybe proceed over a little faster? These Libyans aren't going to hold very long, but I am basically throwing everything I can at the enemy, but I am probably doing a lot of damage to myself, which is risky, but at the same time I need to really bring down these war bands with as much as I can. Right, skirmishers, no opening fire from you. You will not take part in this. Slingers, where are my slingers? Right, you, I've got an idea. Try and get yourselves around there. You lot, yeah, skirmish away for definite. Oh, these, no. They're skirmishing away from you. Right, send some cavalry in to help out over here. We can just win this one with cavalry. Right, all skirmishers, all slingers, let's line up here on the flank and prepare to do what we need to do. We've lost our Libyan spearmen pretty much now, which is going to make dealing with the chariots a little harder, but for now we push those lads out. The enemy may just retreat outright anyway, which is kind of what I'm hoping will happen. By the way, someone deal with whatever's left over here. I think the Chosen Swordsman got dealt with, by the way, in my accidental artillery sploosh, so we might be in a better position now. So all cavalry, let's get you rounded up here now. Prepare for what we need to do. Right, all units, how are we doing? Let's keep moving up. It's winter, by the way, so the Italians may be a little wilier than usual, but I don't really have a choice. I want to do this. We need to get this one done now, because I'm not waiting around any longer. I'm going to deal with that Pharaoh any second now. Right, the enemy's sending some troops in. No, they're not. Right. Slingers, let's move in and deal with the chariots. Well, no, you deal with the infantry. You lot deal with the chariots. I'm not entirely too sure on how this is going to go. It's going to be a bit of an experiment, but I feel that if you can basically put in the effort and basically overwhelm him with numbers, we are going to just win through numbers, and we actually killed off the general in there. So good. That'll be the Iceni man dealt with. Now we've got to deal with Mr. Macaroni. So units, reform and prepare to assault. Well, prepare to ride again, basically. You lot, I have now determined, are extremely capable of dealing with chariots. Because here comes another wave. Right, turn, phase, deal with the chariots. Slingers, just keep... Oh, wow, Slingers, you're throwing your stones a bit higher than usual. Focus fire on just the units who are trying to say hello to you. We'll deal with the general for now, who's going to come down any second. Cavalry, I know I'm probably throwing you away, but this is obviously like the quickest and sloppiest engagement I'm going to ever do in my life. Right, you lot maybe want to skirmish away. There goes the general.
The enemy general was a fool. He sacrificed himself rather than leading
right,
his
Slingers,
men to
you can break them
undignified
with
defeat.
one good volley now. The enemy army has practically broken at this point, so there we go. Go and get another good volley in there, and then go. Right. Slingers, call it a day now. I'm letting my cavalry just deal with it all now. I think the entire enemy army has now effectively broken, apart from that one loser over there. Skirmishers, go chase him down if you want. I wonder if the skirmishers could actually catch up and bring him down. Let's see. No, I want to see if the skirmishers catch up and bring him down. Right, skirmishers, go for it.
The battlefield.
Give this guy an absolute meltdown. Oh, perfect. Absolute slaughter. Right. Let's try and keep the survivor count to 0, by the way. Come on, lads. Do everything you can to bring down everything. Ooh, he's going to escape, isn't he? No, cavalry, come on. Organise yourselves, organise yourselves, organise yourselves. Excellent. Right. We need to bring all of these lads down now. Come on. Run it in. Kill them all. I'm seeing too many of them trying to escape. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It is a perfect victory. Excellent.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Well done, men. You've kept this town safe, and I now have a very important appointment to deal with. I need to go and kill a pharaoh with an elephant. Still, that'll teach the Britannians for their incursions. Those two will have to stay standing for now. But we have done a very good job there. Right, camel cart, make your way into there, and you just hold your position. Right. True final battle now, though it's going to be a small final battle. Yahawian, you are going to be reinforcing, but I'll be controlling you anyway. But I want to take control of Abdoniel because, well, he's a... Oh, by the way, he's now sharp. But he's got elephants. Elephants are always going to be for me to control. Move in and deal with Ramses Caesarius, please. End him. Oh, he ran away, by the way. Right, well, kill him properly this time. Oh, wait, you can't get away. Right.
My liege.
Assassin ready.
Orders.
I could have Philosia Aliera do it now, actually, couldn't I? With all my sacred band. Yeah. Tell you what, bring him down with my most elite troops I have. Show this scum what I have. He can't run away anymore, by the way. He's run out of running away points. Right, what has he got, by the way? 100 Nubian spears, 8 Nubian cavalry, and 16 chariots. And his bodyguard, which is somehow magically regenerated, because this is a pharaoh who can magically come back to life. So, this time I want the complete and total verification that he's died, please, and not just simply being knocked out or something.
Now is the time for battle. Pull on your armor, grasp your shield, and take up the blade. For our enemies, the sun has risen for the last time. Some of us may soon be dead, but the survivors will drink to their memory. So, fight with honor. That way, you are remembered with honor.
Okay, men. Whoever kills a pharaoh will be remembered with the most honor of all. Honestly, we could just... We could go with any tactic we want today. I could do this, go with a Pompeius line, and just basically exert ultimate power over the enemy, which is tempting. Or I could basically arrange all my cavalry. Oh, there has to be a unit to worry about, but yeah. Cavalry, you're here. Balearics, you're here. And basically Libyans, you're on the rear. Elephants, you will be here. Well, you know what? Armoured elephants, you're on this battle today. I want to, like I said, I'm sending only the best today. So, Regulus, you are my best, don't we? I love you guys. You're here as well. Okay, men, move in and kill this guy. He is going to try and run away, I can guarantee you that, so he must move swiftly. So, let's get moving. If he runs away on his own accord this time, I will allow it, but I want to make sure we do not sully the advantage. We need to move in and make sure we at least engage this annoying pest. Then again, I think he technically can't retreat because he's actually used up all his movement points on the campaign map. General, you need to move in as well. It'd be quite amazing that the unknown Philosia Aliera gets to do the final battle, isn't it? Still, someone has to do it, and Chryseries is too busy presiding over affairs in Sidon, so yeah. Balearics, by the way. All slingers are to move in and make a move on those Nubian spears. Right, where are we all moving up to now, by the way? Because I'm pretty everywhere at this point. I've got elephants coming in here. Tell you what, Sacred Band, let's move in here. We've got elephants here, cavalry here, something else over here. We've got a little bit of everything everywhere at this point, so let's just speed time up and allow things to get into position. Elephants, I'm probably going to start sniping actually. Elephants, tell you what, get into range of... Oh, hello, what's coming forward? Some Nubian cavalry, right, well, they're just going to die, so yeah. Yeah, they're going to super die. They're just being sniped. Yay, you're really brave. Elephants, if you can just buck them away or something, like, yeah, I think their horses are actually scared to death, so, yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just basically, yeah, just fire arrows or something. There goes the Nubian cavalry. He got squished. Right, open fire on him, do what you must do, and then prepare to pull away. Or, you could probably actually just pull right into them and win. Right, Sacred Band cavalry, let's get ready to assassinate this person. This is effectively a legitimized assassination. Elephants, honestly, just move around him. You don't need to attack them or... Nah, fuck it. Just one last time. Kaboom. Absolutely. Well done, elephants. Now, Who wants to kill a cavalry general? On you go, elephants. You know what? I was going to be tactical, but then I just realised I have big armoured elephants. Circle Band cavalry move into position. Philossier get into position as well. We're going to overrun this guy with the best weapon Carthage has to offer. The brute force of our elephants. Because you know what? Nothing is more symbolic than that. So that is how we're going to do it. Well, the slingers are quite symbolic as well, so I don't think the slingers would hit him. Okay, whichever elephant brings him down will be given the most beautiful armour I can craft, as well as that 10,000 denarii reward. I snatched it back off the person who killed him but didn't quite kill him. Well, alright, I halved it to 5,000 denarii. Right. He isn't dead yet. Kill him.
Drive them from the battlefield!
I will not rest until the Pharaoh lies dead, and I know why he deployed where he deployed now. He deployed so he could escape his justice. Come on. I see him. The elephants are doing everything they can to shoot him, but the arrows are not meeting their mark. Come on, lads. I cannot stand to have this failure of a man escape me. And again, we'll have enough points to move in on him once more. Elephants, keep moving in on him. I need you to keep in range. Come on. He's going to escape us. Oh, Pharaoh Ramses, you are a tricky foe, aren't you? You die, come back to life, and escape me in battle. I'll be back for you. You haven't won yet. Okay, men. There's only 7 men left in his army. Maybe he'll actually just go into hiding now. If he does, then that's going to be quite embarrassing. No, he's run away. Right.
Mighty one.
Yahawian, try and get as close to him as possible. You know what? Deploy yourself and a squad of cavalry to finish him. He isn't getting away. I have chased you across these accursed deserts for so long now. Bring him to Chrysaeris as a prisoner. Or kill him. Either way, we're chasing this man to the absolute physical limit. I don't have a time for a speech. There is no speech to be made. Right, men. He has chariots for some reason. I want all of you to move in as fast as you can and bring him down. You've evaded me for many times now, Pharaoh, but you know what they say, 3rd time's a charm, and 3 is also, in some cultures, a very unlucky number. And for you, it'll be most unlucky. Your 3rd battle against me will end only in tears. You will be brought down and you will be executed. And I want to see it with my own eyes. Right, bring him down. Good job, men. Kill all his bodyguard.
Perfect. They are running from the battle in
Oh look, a lone survivor. What's he going to do? Make a symbolic run to Memphis or something, or Alexandria, and warn them that the Carthaginians are coming? What a pathetic scumbag. Let him live.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
It is satisfying to have that burden lifted. The Pharaoh Ramses Casorius is finally eliminated and killed.
Glorious victory!
Oh, it feels good to get things wrapped up. If Yahawian now finds himself a little isolated away from his army, he has done the deed that needed to be done. Timurson, by the way, move on Seaway if you want. Still, that is where we actually do end it. For good. We've done it. Dido's revenge was executed and held up. Or upheld. Sidon has been formally annexed, and while we may have to fight for Antioch now because I've, well, delayed it a turn because obviously I was distracted, I suspect Pamiu Alexandria would be something of a foe we would beat. But still, the colonizers liberated their homeland, and now we look upon our restored Phoenician Empire. We did it. We lived up to the legacy of our ancestors, and now we stretch across the Mediterranean with a mighty trading empire. Sure, we made enemies along the way. We eliminated many of those enemies. Sure, we may have enemies still outstanding. We'll force them to the negotiating table, make them pay the price, or failing that, we'll pay a visit to them with cold steel. But it's where we end it. So, let's review where we got up to at the end of the day. As we hold on to the majority of Western Europe, Greece, parts of Asia Minor, and a huge chunk of Africa. Well, as it stands, Carthage remains our capital city, though honestly, we could ceremonially move it to Sidon, our true homeland. But I feel for now, we shall rule from Carthage, for Carthage became our hub. Sidon can only become capital once we were to secure peace with the Egyptians, or we were to take a significant portion of the Middle East. For now, I am happy to leave it where we have it. And, well, Caesarius Aquila remains the ultimate leader of our family, while we now hold on to 54 regions in total, and we sit on 736 victories and only 217 losses. That is a excellent result, with over 500 victories in our favour. So, on balance, we've performed very well. In terms of our diplomacy, the situation may remain dire. We fight 2 wars on 2 fronts, or many fronts in fact, but we will find a way to bring peace one day. Perhaps the Scythians and the Parthians could be made to put aside their differences and unite to my common cause, to bring down the Egyptians and the Britannians, and I would allow them a suitable package of land. Parthia can return to Medea and Babylonia. Scythia can have Scythia return to its ownership. That would be a fair deal, I would say. But that will not be the case for now. In terms of finances, our treasury has been stronger, but we are recovering it. And as we slow down the war machine one day, we can focus entirely on peace and trade. We hold many soldiers and many settlements. As you can see, many agents continue to do the good job for me. Honestly, we have it all. We have it all. Rankings, well, there's no doubt about it now. We have surpassed over 256 turns. Ranking has gone from, we started strong, went down to our lowest period, but then we slowly recovered, and then it all took off for us. We became absolutely strong. There's also other things we can look at as well. Military ranking, yep. Production ranking, bit all over the place. Territorial ranking, yep, whoop, down, and then wee, all the way like that. Financial ranking, that one's a bit weird. Population ranking, but our overall ranking definitely says that we are one of the best. In terms of all factions, we stand head and shoulders above everyone. In terms of those who still live, once more, head and shoulders above everyone. Top 5 factions, I now reign supreme. The Egyptians are now in pretty much a free fall now. The Britannians are on the up, though I will soon turn that around. Armenia has now taken 4th place, but holds steady, as has Scythia in 5th place, but they are still in somewhat of a decline. And the family tree, well, how many families have joined us? Many have joined us. All from the original House of Hanno. Born 335 BC, died 269 BC. Our original faction leader, now lying dead and buried somewhere in Carthage. And we went through so many faction leaders. We had Hasdrubal. He lasted quite a while, but he passed away in battle. Who else? We had Burchus. He died peacefully as well. He had a peaceful rulership. Theophanes the Honest. Once more, he was one who had to pass away in battle. Briarius the Cunning held one of our longest reigns, in fact. He had a peaceful rulership. Trying to find all our other faction leaders. Theododecles. Quite a okay leadership. I'm trying to find the ones who were memorable. Yutpan the Conqueror. Well, we all remember Yutpan's reign. He was a brilliant man. Still somewhat recently departed from us as well. Anibas the Cunning. He didn't really have he he didn't have a long reign. I remember his reign was cut short. Mick Piles a Cruel. He had a disturbingly long reign. I never really liked him. And Chaisiri a Killer, his direct son. He's now current ruler. But you know, it sits at 54 years age with Agiricus Manika, one of my finest generals, planning to take rulership for himself, and then maybe it'll pass to his sons Timurson or to Ozzy Harwelian, or even Heimsful, his youngest but most useless. I don't know. I mean, we've got the Abusius, we've got the Haduses, we've got the Volubis, I mean, the House of Volubis. How long have they been in there? I mean, we've had Vetius Volubis, Hamilcus Volubis, Balhano Volubis, Mycoton Volubis, Xenophanes, Vionis, Arnibus Culling. I mean, yeah, Bodestadt Volubis. I mean, it all started from Bodestadt marrying into Muttenbal, who was daughter of Hasdrubal. I mean, just look at the tree he grew within here. I mean, you know, we've got Zen. I mean, it's amazing how large this family tree grew. I mean, it is just so brilliant. How many generations did we occur in the end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm seeing 7, 8. 8 generations of Carthaginians have been brought up in this family. And I see many generations to come. This empire will last the test of time, I have no doubt about that. What would the future hold, though? Perhaps the stalemate in Egypt is broken, we conquer the Nile, and relegate the Egyptians into just holding the Middle East. Maybe we break the Britannians, or do the Britannians break us? What if history was not to treat us kindly? What if the families broke up? What if a civil war was to occur? And again, I feel that stability will hold. I treat every family fairly. I only give individuals job based on their individual traits. I never give one family more than others. Sure, there may be some families I have talked badly about, maybe the Gisco family because of Atzva's poor reputation, but then again, his sons, maybe they're better people. Every family is treated fairly in Carthage, and that is what we stand for. We are on a philosophy of fairness, trade and peace. Unfortunately, we've had to carve everything out of blood in order to get what we need, but perhaps now we can settle down. And that is where we leave it. That is the end of our story. What happens in the future, I do not know. Perhaps at some point I may leave a save game lying around on the internet for those of you who would like to finish the tale or write the next chapter. And if you would like to do that, then be my guest. But it is where I leave you. And if you want to know my opinions on Carthage in hindsight, I've gone from hating this faction to loving this faction. They really do have an amazingly flexible amount of units, and they do have some amazing versatility around them. I do enjoy this faction a lot, but if I'm honest, I think I'm too tired to talk. It's been a long session, my friends, and I need my sleep. Still, I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for commenting, advising, liking, sharing, all that wonderful internet stuff. You have done me a wonderful service. And I will see you all on another battlefield, in another time period, yet in somewhat the same similar geographic location. I shall see you all in June on the fields of Medieval 2. But for now, Carthage's story has come to an end. A very pleasant, beneficial and profitable end. I shall see you all later. Goodbye, my friends.
Be sure they are not ashamed by your actions. Now advance!